Hey, Tim.
Okay, I turned off Twitter.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The following content contains adult language and humor that is not suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. The
Did
views
I
and
do
opinions
that?
expressed during the following video content are those of the individual
You
and may
might
not
have.
reflect those of others.
Good.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding and a cup of good cheer. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. So bring some out here. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome one and all to this Wednesday edition of Pacific 404 Pop Talk, coming to you live on the Pacific 404 YouTube channel, Paranorman Tax, Phantom Legacy, Phantom Hooligans, and also Pacific 404 on Rumble, along with Paranorman Tag, Cash Money 007. I am your host, Mike, and we're back, baby!
I'm front.
Yes. That week off was needed,
Mm-hmm.
and I enjoyed it.
Doesn't he sound cheerier now? I mean, even when we're talking, he when he yells at us, it's a little bit more cheer in his voice when he yells at us backstage. So I'm glad he took the week off.
Well, 'tis the season, Baron. 'Tis the season. Hence why we have that intro. Because I figured, you know what? It's after Thanksgiving. It's December. There's only a few shopping days to Christmas left.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why not get into the spirit? But of course, tonight, our main topic of the evening is what is our purpose here as content creators? Whether we do live streams, whether we do videos, what is our purpose when it comes to Paranorman Tags Phantom Legacy? What is our purpose when it comes to Phantom Hooligans? And what is our purpose for Pacific 404 and the various live streams that we all do or videos that we upload? Why are we here? And what are we going to do about some recent events concerning YouTube where the algorithm has been terminating channels? A ridiculous amount of channels. And it's all because of their AI. Their AI has gotten out of hand. So what are we going to do to combat it? Well, tonight's going to be the chance for Baron to tell you what he's going to do, Cash to tell you what he's going to do, and for myself to let you all know what I'm going to do. But before we even get underway, I see what you did there. before we get underway, I do want to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to Tim, also known as FKHC
They're in my
2005.
harem. They're in my harem.
Yeah.
No one can resist the Baron.
The Baron. Yes. And we also have Yoron, also known as Shane. Good to see you, Shane.
Actually, he's wrong. I mean, this is rated for awesome. Obviously, he's wrong.
Well, no, it's all a matter of opinion, Baron.
Mm.
And of course, the lovely Lady Mist. Good to see you.
Hi, Lady Mist.
He's the angriest of Canadians over there in
Whoa.
the land of the rising sun, and that is Angry Canadian. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, he's the only samurai that goes into battle with a hockey stick, eh?
And we also have Lester, the Skeptic Tank, who says, intriguing question needing to be asked regularly. Yes, especially with what's been going on here on YouTube. Just because I haven't been doing live streams for the past week doesn't mean I haven't been paying attention to what's been going on. And let's see. Of course, when Tim was here, he says, where are the white women at?
Yeah. Here, I thought you were in total seclusion for the last week. No phones, no computers, no nothing. Living off
A
the
luxury.
grid.
What did I go on a 3-hour tour on the SS Minnow and then get lost in a storm?
3-hour
The
tour.
Minnow would be lost. The Minnow would be lost.
Well, I mean, just think of Orson Welles. Well, serve no wine before it's time. Johnny.
And Tim says, this is like the Tonight Show back in the day. You could smoke openly here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Or the Tomorrow Show.
it's
seen the blue smoke on the Tomorrow Show.
it's Baron. I'd be surprised if he wasn't smoking his pipe or a nice cigar.
Yeah. I absconded with a couple from my father. I said, may I have some cigars, please? May I have more? May I have more? And I'm glad that Lester thinks I look like a boss with this. I should have wore a shirt with a tie.
Yes. That's what kind of boss, Lester? Is he a mob boss? You're like, hey, yeah. I'm guarding the border of Afghanistan, and that guy's trying to bring a cheap booze into my town.
One thing we have here in Afghanistan that you capitalist pigs don't have, we'd have Cubano cigars. Cubanos. We get the Cubanos in, and we enjoy that. So we accept those, not your cheap cigarettes, your filthy cigarettes.
And Godzilla says the content must flow.
Yes, it must.
Yes, it must. However, we do have some obstacles in our way.
Oh, yeah. I haven't had a Cuban in a long time. I should go up to Canada and get some.
Why not? And John Sparks is here, and he says, I know AI is bad, but it's not like I'm going to do anything because I'm not really posting anything on my channel. Well, yeah, we'll get into that later on during this live stream. And, of course, Pop Culture Mechanic is here. Good to see you, Pop Culture Mechanic. I hope you're doing well, brother.
What is this? Canadians are coming out of the woodwork. It gets cold, and they start coming out. That's what it is,
Well, you see what we have in the background. We have an inviting environment. We got a fireplace going. We got the decorations up, and it's snowing outside, but it's warm inside.
How can I tell that there's a fire? Catch is in the way. His big chin is in the way. I can't see the fire.
Because he's got to keep that big chin warm.
Yeah. But we don't want that thing to freeze off. That's for sure.
No, but
lady like the chin.
With tonight's stream, Baron's gonna have a chance to let you all know what's happening on his channel, not just for the rest of this year, but going into 2026. And Cash will let you know what's going on in his channel for the rest of this year and also 2026. I hope one of those things, Baron, is us fighting for the Emperor.
For the Emperor! For the Lion!
Yes, for the Emperor!
I got my
And
Dark Angels all set up. They look so pretty out there. Well, yeah, it's 8 degrees, man. 8 degrees. But don't worry, it's going to drop to about -11, I think, tonight. I said.
so,
It's
with
cat.
that being said, Baron, would you like to speak not only to those on Pacific War 4, but those on Baron Armentag's Phantom Legacy and also Phantom Hooligans, although it should be Hooligans all year round?
Hooligans. Yes. Thank you.
And let them know about
I mean,
Baron Armentag's Phantom Legacy and what you would like to do, what you have planned, and
oh boy, now we're gonna have some. Okay, putting me on the spot right away, huh? Okay. Let
I'm
me
throwing
think.
you
Yeah,
into the fire. Come on,
I know. No, but Cash is in the fire. Don't you think?
push him out of the way.
Okay, fine. That's the case there. Ah. Okay. So what about me? What I'm planning on doing? I do want to get back into some game. I have been very neglectful of my channel. One reason I'm having too much fun with all these other people out there, and I enjoy helping others build up their channels. I view this more of a hobby than anything else. Something to help. What do you say? Fulfill my fantasy of being back in front of the microphone because I missed it so much. To be able to commentary, talk, whatever it is across the board. So, but I'm hoping next year I'll start up with what I used to do before. I used to do about 5-minute videos, 5, 6, something not too long because easy, quick to digest videos, talking about various things. Because I've said many times before, I'm not a pulp culture warrior. I'm not up and hip with a lot of the new pulp culture. A lot of the new pulp culture disgusts me. In fact, I don't want to go out there and be whining and moaning about all this across the way. I want to remember the good old days and bring those back forward and why we fight. In fact, that was my bye, Cash.
He's going to reboot.
But I know he's rebooting. He's rebooting, eh? And talk about the stuff from the old. And I've always been saying that, why we fight. Why is it that we fans who are not happy with things that are going on today, why do we fight? And I want, try to take it more from that historical, I've been there attitude, because a lot of people I don't think they understand. They have that, 5-10 year bubble, and they can't comprehend that there was great stuff, a lot better stuff than what's being put out with. Pops and I have talked about that and kind of put the mark that, really about 2001 it started to. And I'm going to have to, the wife is home. She had to be late, didn't she? And the sound of the hounds. My
Beast the
apologies, everybody.
hounds.
They have been released. And that's one of the things. Of course, more dog barking on my channel, definitely. More mouse sightings. But to get back on topic is, we're saying about, definitely by 2010, things really started going to shit, in my opinion. And we haven't had that many great things. I mean, you look at the epic of the Lord of the Rings that they did out, and I'm sorry, The Hobbit doesn't hold a candle to it. But explain why. Why this is spectacular. Why the old Trek is spectacular. Why classic Doctor Who is, and why the new Who just does not hold a candle to it. Why Kurtzman Trek doesn't hold a candle to it. Why Kathleen Kennedy films does not do justice to Star Wars, but not necessarily to rag on it, but just to remind people this is what we had. Other entertainment. Try to get people to start reading some of the older novels, just because they're older science fiction or fantasy novels. I know there are people that don't want to talk about science fiction, the old stuff, because it's so out of date, blah blah blah, and theories. It's like just wait a few years. Whatever you think is high science fiction date will probably be disproven, and then what are you going to do then? And you're not necessarily reading for the scientification, but the story, what's going on around it. And even when you did have the old scientification, like Gernsback did with his novel, it was to speculate, and it's interesting to see where we've come since people were thinking about that. It's a great time capsule, just like Verne, just like Wells, across that board. So, yeah, I mean, and that's just it. I'm not saying we didn't have message stuff back then. I'm not saying that there wasn't a political or social. I mean, obviously, Star Trek, there was political and social commentary, and that's the important thing, commentary. They weren't going about and shoving stuff down your throat and then insulting you. No, they made you think. And I think that's the important thing we've forgotten to do, is think. I want people to start thinking about this stuff. I want them to go out and, take a peek at, what's going on. Just a moment, please, everybody.
No problem, Baron. And more, I'm really sorry that you're dealing with those health issues and you've been in and out of the hospital. And I just want to let you know, if there's anything that we can do, please don't be afraid to reach out, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, please. And I'm back here. Sorry, had a long suffering encounter here. Close encounter is a long suffering kind. Where was I? But to see the evolution, what people thought back then, what people thought were true scientific. I want people to think. The media we have today doesn't make you think. They're made for the TikTok generation. It's made for people that have the memory span of a goldfish. And unfortunately, they have. And this will obviously become down to something we'll be talking about later when we're, with the algorithm stuff and such like that. But I'm not a big gamer, but there's games I do like to play. And I'm hoping to get back to getting full-time doing Contraband Police Comrades, and of course Police Simulator, and some of the others like Bolt Gun and a few others like that. There's been a lot of this last year has been horse crap for me, and I don't like to bring stuff up because I don't want to make it sound like all I'm doing is whining and crying. But the last few years actually have been pretty shite, to be honest with you. And it's taken me away and taken a lot of energy and oomph. That's why I'm glad I can ride on the shoulders of Mike or Chase or Pops. It's like, let them do the work. I'll just show up and get my paycheck, type of thing. And just to, and I don't know if people really know right now that my father is at home hospice right now. I don't know how long he really has, but he's going downhill. And I don't say that for sympathy or anything like that, just letting people know that my mindset and such has been in a lot of different areas. The health of my wife, her knee surgery, a lot of stuff on that. So hopefully things will sort themselves out, especially going into 2026, and I'll be able to focus more on, getting some entertainment on my channel. Maybe even try to bring back a form of Baron After Dark. So, because I love talking to people. I really do. And it doesn't matter who they are. If they're a content creator, or they're someone who's in the chat, the only litmus test I have is, be yourself, be entertaining. And being yourself sometimes is entertaining. And don't think you're nobody, because everybody is. If it wasn't for people in the chat, we wouldn't be here. If someone's starting out with their channels and they don't think they're important enough, it's like, no, you're just as important. And just talk to people and sometimes just not really talk about the biz, the streaming. I like get into more of the person and how their attitude on life and various stuff like that. A little bit more beyond, you get to know the person more. And I think that's
That
very
reminds
close.
me of when you had me on Baron After
Mhm.
Dark, and we
Mhm.
we started talking, and I started going on this whole thing about trains. And you had
Mhm.
other questions you wanted to ask me, but we just started going with that topic.
Mhm. Right, and that's what I look for. I mean, I just kind of go in with a couple. Okay, here's some warm up stuff, and I hope I won't have to use these much. It's like welcome to the show, stuff like that, and try to have the show kind of go natural, um, in what people's interests are, because you can hear that in a person's voice, and you can tell there's passion about something, even if it doesn't relate to what we talk about here on the YouTube. And that's what I look at. And of course, I look at being a little bit more wild and crazy on here. Obviously, you're getting more calm Baron now, but just to try to be as entertaining as possible, whether it's here or other channels, because I like to think that these other channels are kind of my adopted channels, because I go in there and I want to make sure I'm doing the best job for them so they look good, not necessarily me. And and that's just it. It just kind of goes back to the old days of being in radio or entertainment, where you have to be entertaining. You listen to terrestrial radio now; it's garbage, it's crap. Name me people who are really entertaining on there anymore. They're not.
I can't because
Gone.
I don't listen to terrestrial radio anymore.
No, no, I don't. I mean, I do in the sense that I have Radio Garden, and I'm hearing stations from around the world and hearing how they do stuff. But you don't have the Wolfman Jack anymore. I tell you what, and you need to have some entertainment like that for the Wolfman. Ow, yeah. I mean, you don't have characters like that, and every day you hear about one of those old ones going, it's like, oh my God, there's another one gone. Of course, the fact that a lot of those radio stations were full of powdered stuff, if you know what I mean, and other things that keep them going. Back in the day, radio was wild, I tell you what. So, yeah, I mean that's just basically it. And I'm not here to looking to get a paycheck, honestly. Whether I get monetized or not, hey, if I do, great. It's just like the conversation I had with Mexican Iron Man. And he put it on there was, what is your intention of doing streaming? And I said, simple, to have fun. They'll go out there, entertain, talk with people, talk about the stuff like that. Because I know this. If you're aiming to make money off of it, be disappointed. And he says that's the right answer. Exactly. So maybe I'll start doing stuff, and people say, hey, this Baron is actually pretty good, or they'll hate watch. It doesn't matter, all comers. If you want to hate watch me, go right ahead. If you want, if you do it because you like, go right ahead. I don't care. I'm just going to be me. I've got to be me, just got to be me. So that's how I view it. I don't want to be fake for anybody out there. I don't want to be fake to any of you people in the chat. No matter what you're getting on the air, it's still real me. It's just whether I'm wild or not. But I don't ever want to be fake to anybody. Even if I become bigger and monetized, the important thing is remember where you started. If you forget that, guess what? You're going to lose people. They're going to see that you're fake. They're going to, you're going to be doing the clickbait things with the glowing eyes. And I watched this so you didn't have to type stuff. No, be real. And I hope I'm that way to everybody here. I don't know what else to say, Mike. Really.
Well, I'll take over since Cash isn't back yet, and when
Maybe
he
I'll
gets
send you
back, yeah. When Cash gets back, he can let everybody know on what Phantom Hooligans is about and what he has planned for Phantom Hooligans.
Yeah, actually, here we go. Yeah, I got Phantom Hooligans. Yeah, we might game. Yeah, we got Crankulas, man. Anything else, Mike? You goobers.
Yep. And proud of it. not proud of. But to be, blunt with everybody is when you come here to Pacific 4 you get what you get. And what I mean by that is you get me. You've heard me when I've been on a rant. You've heard me when I'm having a good time and laughing, because that's me. If there's something that I need to get off my chest, whether it be a game, whether it be a topic, whether it be what happened to Charlie Kirk on September 10th, you're going to get me. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to kneel down to somebody just because it might upset their feelings. No. I'm going to tell you exactly how I'm looking at it. And one of the things for Pacific 4 from the very start was to be real and unscripted. I don't want to go by a script. That's not me. That doesn't work for me. Got to be honest with you all and make sure that when it comes to gaming streams, I have a good time. You have a good time. We all have a good time. New people come in, have a good time. Same with Pop Talk. Yeah, okay. There have been many times where we're still stuck on a particular topic because we're passionate about it. And you know what? I have no problem with that. If we don't talk about other articles during Pop Talk, that's fine. In my opinion, that is fine. Because, again, from the start, be real, be authentic. And that's what's always been my goal here. If we can add something to a particular hot button issue that's going around on YouTube, on all the other channels, and add our own take, we'll talk about it. If we can't add our own take to a particular topic because it would sound like we're regurgitating something that the bigger channels have said, we're not going to talk about it. We're going to talk about other things, other articles that happen to interest Baron, Cash, and myself. Because again, I don't want to be a carbon copy of Geeks and Gamers. I don't want to be a carbon copy of Neurotic, Doomcock, or any other bigger channel because they're already out there. So why am I going to copy their formula and become a clone of those channels? I'm not. Because again, they're already out there. I want to set myself apart. That's why we have watch parties to talk about different movies that we all enjoy. That's why we go and look for articles that no one else is talking about, to bring attention to that article, or to go, yeah, that might work. I'd love to see that. When it comes to movies, I'm not going to stop doing my out of the theater movie reviews in the form of shorts. And I'll tell you why. Because I used to do long form videos of episode reviews and movie reviews, and they weren't getting traction. However, the shorts were getting traction. So if I come out, record it via a short, I can get my points out there short and sweet. Yeah, I might go yeah, I know I still have to work on that. That is something I know I still have to work on. Something I even get pissed at myself for. Going, really, Mike? Another another. But when I do the shorts for my out of the theater movie review, I'm going to let you know, this is why I like the movie. This is why I don't like the movie. If someone says, Mike, don't go see this movie because it has this, that, and the other, it might pique my interest more to go see it and judge it for myself. To go, so-and-so saying it has this in it, and, people over here are saying it has that in it. Well, why don't I go see it for myself and give you, from my perspective, what the movie's about? And if you want to go see it, fine. If you don't want to go see it, that's fine too. We all make choices. Especially when it comes to streaming. We all make choices when it comes to doing live streams, regardless of whether you're doing live streams exclusively on YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, or Kick. We all make those choices. It's up to each and every one of us to try to gain an audience. And for me, it's not going to be for everyone else, but for me, it's being real. It's being authentic. If you hear me ranting and raving during a game because maybe a boss fight isn't working, or you come in and Baron, I'm saying this because you're laughing. You know exactly where I'm going with this one. If you come in like Baron did one time, and he says, "You still streaming?" Yes, Baron. Of course, I'm still streaming. That's not me trying to be an asshole to you. That's just me being me. It's like, yes, I'm still streaming. Yes,
Well,
I'm still doing this.
That time you were because you were really frustrated. I came in at the wrong time. You know that.
Yeah, but see, that's part of being real, Baron. That's part of being authentic.
I know.
And it's not coming on here and going, "Hey guys, yeah, oh, this game's great." Meanwhile, I think, "Oh gosh, this game's a turd."
Hey, I have to tell you, we love it when you're pissed off, man. I mean, that brings the most entertainment to these.
I mean, yeah, there's been more than one occasion where I've been pissed off, but the whole goal of streaming is to have fun. The whole goal of Pop Talk is to have fun. That is what I'm here for, to have fun, to meet new people. I'll admit, I can procrastinate when it comes to asking for guests to come on. I've done that. But when I do have guests on, my goal is to have fun with the guest on, but also to make sure that the guest and their time aren't wasted. To make sure that they know their time is valuable here. Whether you're on Pop Talk, whether you're on the Adventure Continues, or whatever kind of special stream I happen to conjure up in my head to do for a certain night, I want each and every person out there to know I do not want to waste your time. I want to make sure that you come on here and you enjoy your time here. You enjoy the conversation. You're able to sit back, relax, and enjoy the conversation. Join the conversation. And that's what I would like for everybody who's in the chat, not just tonight, but any night, any day, any night, for any stream, is to sit back, relax, and join the conversation. Because that's also what I'm here for. I know I'm not the most articulate person there is, but I can have a good conversation. And I would love to have a good conversation with people. And I have had good conversations with people on this channel. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to speak to so many different people that I've been able to speak to, whether it's been on this channel or been on other channels. I'm grateful for that. But I want you all to know that on this channel, we're here to have fun. So whatever's bugging you for that day, leave it at home. Because when you come here, expect to have fun. Don't bring your drama to the channel. I will slam the door in your face if you do. I do not want drama brought to my doorstep. People have tried to bring drama to my doorstep, and I want no part of it. That's one thing I do want to emphasize tonight. Do not bring your drama to my doorstep. I am here to have fun. Stream to have fun. Whatever drama you have going on with some other channel, I don't want to hear about it. I am here to have fun. That's always been the goal. Even when I was doing the box score, that was always my goal. To have fun. Yes, it's not easy when you're covering the Cubs and they lose a game they should have won. I get it. But that was still the goal. Even during the game streams, that was still the goal. And, we can have a conversation in the chat. Say hi. I ask you, how you doing? Start the conversation that way. There's an icebreaker that will always start a conversation. Or, hey, Mike, did you hear about this? No, I didn't hear about it at all. Oh, what's this about? No, I will admit, a lot of times during the game stream, I probably won't click on a link during that stream because I don't want to take away from what the purpose of that particular night is, and that's to stream the game. And Jet Spark says, in some way, I think I became a carbon copy of Phil TMNT, now known as Shattered Knight, with a weekly open mic, and even you, if you watch parties I did. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Even though I don't want to be a carbon copy of any other channel, it's gonna happen. And what I mean by it's gonna happen, it's overlap. It's gonna happen. There are gonna be things that we all do. Because there are channels out there, not just this one, but other channels that have watch parties, other channels that have talked Star Trek. And you know, that's another thing I want to build upon is the Adventure Continues of Star Trek discussion. I want to keep that show for specific episodes to at least under 2 hours. So we can talk about the episode as we're watching it, talk about it post episode, and then as it gets close to the 2 hour mark, you know, wrap it up. Now, there will be an exception. 2-part episodes. Those particular streams will go 3 hours. Same with movies. But then again, that is why we're talking about the episode as we're watching it. And I'm going to continue to share the Cosme link with everybody who wants to watch the episodes with us, including on Pop Talk. If we're watching a movie, I'm going to continue to share that Cosme link with all of you. So you all can join in, watch the movie, talk about the movie. Because that's another goal of mine. And it's always been a goal of mine, is to build up a family. Not, you know, a fellowship, not a community, but a family. Because that's what I think we all need to realize, is that there are communities, there are fellowships, but how many can consider themselves family when they come in? And one of the things I would like to see more of, and I'm sure Baron and Cash could say this too, is because YouTube's algorithm isn't going to help us out in any way, shape, or form. It's not. I would like to see people hit that like button and also share out the stream. Now, granted, I know you have to be liking the stream. I know if you don't like the stream, you're not going to hit that like button. You're not going to share it out. But in order to try to beat YouTube's system as best we can, I am asking you to share out Baron's stream, to share out Cash's stream, share out this stream, or anybody else who you watch. Share out their stream. Leave a comment on their stream, on their videos. Hit that like button. And, you know, another thing. Some might think since I've got monetized that I've gotten big from my head. No, if I'd gotten big from my head, then I'd be pushing memberships all the time. Then I would be asking folks for super chats and super stickers all the time. But I don't. Why? Because I consider memberships an option. They're there if someone wants to become a member and wants to be able to join a member stream once a month, come on to Pop Talk once or twice a month, depending on the level that they're on, and have the conversation. Super chats.
It's like being part of a secret club. Join us. You'll obtain rank 31 of the Grand Stonecutters of Pop Talk. There we go.
And you know, super chats, I consider those a tip.
Mm-hmm.
A tip when something good is done. You know, you go to a restaurant, you go, okay, yeah, this food was great. The service was great. The atmosphere is great. I'm going to tip because of the service. and the food. But I'm not going to ask folks to give a super chat. I'm not going to ask folks to sign up for a pack of 414 membership or stealth is optional membership. Again, those are optional. I might mention that they're there every now and then. But again, those are optional. Just like having the merchandise store. I don't expect to earn anything from that. Again, that merchandise is optional. If you want to pick up a shirt or something from there, it's there. If you don't, that's fine. It's not going to upset me. Just like when it comes to the live streams. Whether you like the stream or you dislike the stream, it's not going to stop me, Baron, or Cash from doing our thing. Because we're going to be here, hell or high water. Thank you. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it, Lawn Suffering. And of course, the Lawn Suffering is Cash's #1 fan.
Oh yeah, she is. She is.
And one
I
thing
got my eye on you, buddy. I got my eye on you.
Yeah, Cash is moving it on your lady.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
But
Gonna be that
but
pair
what,
of shoes in front of my door, my bedroom door, and he's gonna walk and go, "Yep, warmed her up for you." What then? What then?
But one thing I do want to also talk about tonight is you're going to notice that I'm not going to have
I'm sorry.
streams that
My wife just heard that. I heard her go, "Ew," or something like that. I'm in trouble now.
But one thing I do want to let everybody know, and I've already started doing it a little bit here, a little bit there, is that the streams aren't going to last as long. Like I said, you know, if anything, try to keep them 2 to 3 hours with the occasional double feature watch party. And, you know, there is one coming up on Christmas Eve where we're going to be watching Ernest Saves Christmas and Elf. So that will go longer than the 3-hour period, obviously. But again, those will be special occasions where we're going to have the double features, or, you know, even during a game stream, it might go a little longer than the 3 hours, depending on where I'm at in the game and what's happening. But my goal is to actually have shorter streams going into not just the rest of this year, but also next year. It's something I got to work on. And guys, I'm also going to say as much as we love the long goodbyes, I know we got to tighten them up. Or Pop Talk.
Yeah, the Minnesota goodbyes.
Yeah. So that is something that we are going to work on. And I'm not saying it's going to happen right away. I'm not saying, you know, shorter streams are going to happen right away. But that is something I do want to work on. Having shorter streams and shorter goodbyes.
Mm-hmm. The thing is we just hate leaving you guys. That's the thing. It's like, you know,
Yeah,
it's like, oh, we don't want to go.
Well, see, that's the thing too. That's where you run into a dilemma. Especially when you're having a great conversation. We've had great conversations on here where we went 8 hours.
Yeah.
8 freaking hours.
Didn't seem like it.
It's all
No.
Baron's fault all the time. That's the problem.
No.
Wait,
We're
you want-
all a part of it, including you, Tim boy.
Whatever
What he
you
talks.
say,
Whenever decides to
Megatron
go.
and good old Baron over here.
Yes.
Baron Norman
Just me
doing
by
it.
my proper name, Kid Scream.
Yeah.
Hey, talk to the otter. Talk to the otter, Cash.
But yeah, again, the main thing for this channel is to have fun. And if you all have any questions or suggestions, we're open to hearing those questions and suggestions tonight. I'm not saying that, you know, some of those suggestions will be implemented right away, just like these plans that I have in mind, not just for Pop Talk, but other live streams will be implemented right away. But if you have, any ideas or suggestions, we'll consider it. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know that I would do any long form videos.
Yeah.
Unless I'm recording, a demo for a gameplay or something like that. But
yeah, if you actually have like suggestions, don't be afraid to DM any of us. I know a lot of people are like, oh, if I say something bad, then they're going to rip my head apart. No, that's most people nowadays. That's not us. Even if you're like, this is shit. And we're like, well, what's exactly shit about it? And then you don't tell us, then we'll be confused and be like, okay, well, then what can we actually change?
I'm always confused.
He is. But we need constructive criticism is always important. A lot of people will say about a lot of things nowadays, it's shit. This is shit. I saw this clip. It's horrible. Everything's awful. It's terrible. And they just don't want to explain themselves. It's like, well, what's bad about this? What can we fix about this? It's not constructive criticism. And you can say it, but it's like, okay, well, what is bad about this? What could be better about this? What can we fix about this? All these kind of things. And so,
well, it's like when I went and saw Nuremberg. Before I went to see it, I was told, "Oh, don't see it because it's about this, that, and the other." And I'm going, no. I want to see it. I saw the trailer and it piqued my curiosity. And as some of you might know, I do enjoy delving into some World War II history.
Yeah. And the good news is, he, as Russell Crowe's character in this, of course, it's based on a true story. I don't know how, if everything's accurate. Usually it never is, but with these movies, but Russell Crowe's character will not be throwing a phone at a hotel and breaking a wall. So there's that.
Well, one of the things I actually appreciated from Nuremberg was the fact that they used real video footage from the actual trial, and also when our troops and the Russians went into the concentration camps and showed actual video from that. It really hit it home that this wasn't some Hollywood imagining of what happened. These are actual videos of what actually happened. How, the people, their state when they arrived at the camps, how they looked, and the tension of the trial itself.
That's awesome.
And Jet says watch parties were fun, but also someone I've done them with. I think I've actually had fallen out with them, and I have never looked back. And that's the thing. Tonight we're not here to tell you how to get to 1,000 subscribers, how your video can get to 100 or even 1 million views. No, we're here to be real with you and honest with you. And unfortunately, because we've all experienced it in one way or another, you're going to have fallen out with people that you've had on stream before. And a lot of it is over stupid shit. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be straight up front with everybody there. It's over stupid shit.
It is. People get mad at you about arguments. People get upset with you because you call something that they like a name. It's very funny, actually. But
no, it's ridiculous too. There's no reason why, and some of that
they can't.
Sometimes I think it's just sometimes petty jealousy that comes up here. And it's not necessary.
People cannot take opinions at what has happened to a lot of society, unfortunately, is that if you have an opinion about something else that somebody really likes and you're like, I just don't like this, oh, you're so negative, you're so this, it's like, well, they never ask the question, well, why do you feel so negative? They don't ask that question. It's always, you're just negative, or you need to love everything. And I hate to break it to a lot of people, but when the three of us were growing up, and we may be biased and elitist about this. I'm sorry, not sorry, but a lot of us had a lot of great things to have. We didn't need the internet. That's right. We didn't need this. We didn't need that. There was just a lot of excitement, and people were making things back then that were very interesting. And it's like, wow, this is happening. And there was a lot of good messages, and a lot of stuff has gone out the window because of a lot of this elitism. So say you go into a Discord and you're like, and this is the same for streaming and whatever, and somebody's in the chat and they disagree with you. It's like, hey man, that's your opinion, but that's it. Then they get mad and they never show up again. Well, I mean, they have a right to do that, but it would be nice to be like, hey, what is the
had it happen with this channel too. I asked somebody, could you please put a little bit more thought into these stories?
Yep.
Make them make a little bit more sense, and I'll showcase them on the channel. They don't come around anymore, and all it was a suggestion.
Yep. And people come on to live streams, and then they're rude to other people. It's just, you can tell already their attitude. It's happened to us a few times. I know we've talked about this a bit, but once again, what is the whole point of having a channel? It's to entertain people. And you know what? People come in to talk about stuff, answer their questions. You see chat, answer their questions. Unless you're like, if you're speed running, okay, I can see why that could be a problem because you're so focused on the speed running. Okay. But still, you're trying to build a channel. You have 5 subscribers. It doesn't matter. You have 2 subscribers. Everybody in the chat should be important. Now, if somebody's being an asshole and wants to backseat gaming, which I'm not a fan of, some people don't care. I've seen it even on channels. I just don't think personally it's the best direction for any channel. I think learning stuff, or, hey, you know what? I read this guide, or I read it. Did you learn something from it? Oh, I did. Well, that's awesome. So it's just like, and you know what? If you're really upset, you just blame Tommy's guinea pigs. They have some problems.
They nibbled on my cables.
No, I'm kidding.
They have nibbled on my cables.
That is
I kind of started to clear water.
I do want to talk about. Is it, if you see anybody, the 3 of us or anybody playing a game for the first time, and they have it in the title that they're playing the game for the first time, I don't mind if you want to help me out, but let me still try to figure it out for myself. No matter how many times it takes me to figure it out, let me figure it out, because eventually I will. That's one of the reasons why I say don't ever give up on me in a game, because just when you do, you might miss something. It's because I have to be able to figure out without looking it up, reading about it, or saying, Cash, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I don't know what to do in this game. Come on, Cash, help me out, man.
We know, Tommy. We know.
I appreciate
back at you.
I would rather watch somebody in a game struggle, figure it out. I mean, it's amazing. And look, if you want to do a stream where you just want to die 100 times, but you're also showing somebody something, as I've said before, it doesn't matter. If you're just playing a game, you can talk about other stuff. You don't have to just talk about the game. The whole point of any stream should always be, is this entertaining? And if you feel it's not as entertaining, then you need to fix things. The problem is with a lot of streamers nowadays, and this has been going on probably for a number of years, oh, it's good. Or they'll come in there and say, oh, well, this guy's better than this, and this guy's better than this. It's like, well, why don't you learn from them if they're willing to teach you? And if they're not, then you can learn from some other people, even some random person before on YouTube. The problem is that YouTube, Rumble, all these other channels, there's other things that they could do to promote other people, to show other people, and they don't. And they want to promote the same people. It probably brings them money, whatever. But then you get other streamers who want to talk about the same thing over and over again for 5-6 weeks. It's like, okay, well, if you don't actually have the information, why are you keep putting this out? So it's really really ridiculous. And when you're on somebody's stream, or if you're going on a stream and you've never been on the stream before, then just do your research. Hey, I'm going on the stream to talk about the subject I don't know that much about. Or, hey, I'm going to talk about this movie. Well, I haven't watched it in a while. Well, maybe it'd be a good idea to watch it. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't think that way anymore. They just go, oh, I'll just wing it. And it's not the best idea. So.
Oh, and Tommy, I'll go into Stream Elements after the stream and see exactly what settings have changed in it, and see if those are the reasons why it's been doing the timeout. Because it did it to Shane just the other day too. So I'll take a look at that.
StreamYard, yeah.
Well, this is Stream Elements. This is Stream Elements about doing something.
Well, I'm talking about them too. I'm talking about StreamYard and all that. They're our friends.
Yep. And other people
give us headaches.
Streams will be like, hey, you know what? They're not growing, or they don't have many subscribers. They should just quit. So don't listen to those people. That's just
hey,
oh, excuse me. Sorry, I didn't mean to cough into the mic.
Yeah,
that was
yeah, it was actually. We're going to talk after this. This is my turn to chew you out. But I want to say hello to the Turtle Wrangler himself, DJ Ronnie G.
Yes.
But yeah, you know, that's another thing. You know, don't be rude. Don't go to a channel and be rude and say, you know, you should give up streaming. No, I've had those messages where someone says I should give up. I ignore them, and that's what you got to do. You've got to ignore them and keep pushing on.
A lot of the people nowadays, unfortunately, don't want to build anything. They just want to destroy and they want to tear other people down. Fine, you want to do that, it's fine. But there's other people out there who aren't going to listen to their crap.
No.
So, yeah. But, you know, like if Mike's playing a game and stuff, I know Baron and some other people are probably tempted to say, oh, you still playing this game? Oh, he's done that already.
Well, if you don't mind me saying, Cash, there have been times where you and I have talked in Discord and you're about to tell me, you know, how to get through a certain part of a game that you've already played. It's like, Cash, let me figure it out for myself.
Yeah, I want you to. So, yeah. That's why I always say, I'm like, I want to tell you about this, but I can't. So,
yeah.
You know, I want to, but I'm not going to. I'll let Mike figure it out for himself. So.
I don't know. You might have a war between your guinea pigs and DJ Ronnie G's turtle. I'm just saying. So just be prepared. Like we're saying all along here, be prepared and do your homework and make sure you get those turtle tactics down.
Well, you know, that's another thing. You know, if I screw up a word reading an article, that's why I want Cash for Baron to correct me, just like I'm going to correct them.
Yes. Well, sometimes these articles, though, you just know where they're going to go, and you're just like, yeah. And maybe sometimes, and I know people do this, you just maybe want to just read a paragraph of the article because you know what it's going to be about.
Mm-hmm.
But always remember this, that a lot of these media sites, the reason that they're embarrassing is the way they write. And if you start feeling like when you're reading something, they're trying to lecture you, that right there is a big red flag. Unfortunately, that's what a lot of these people want to do because they're better than us. They're the media. They're so important all the time. Yeah, my ass.
Impotent, you mean?
Well, that's another thing,
remember,
too.
It's Newsweek with the W-E-A-K at the end, not the W. So Newsweek.
That's another thing, too, is when it comes to articles, I might start reading some of the articles ahead of time for Pop Talk. But then again, I might not. It just depends on how much time I have during the day. But you better believe you're going to get that whole article. You're going to get the information as we're getting it from that article. So we have things to go off of, not just one paragraph or two paragraphs.
Right.
I want to be able to provide the complete and total information when it comes to an article. And if that means I have to look something up during the show, I'll look something up during the show. And let's see. Tommy says, I tend to mock the irritators till they move along.
Yeah,
and that's what you have to do with the trolls. You have to do that with the trolls that you encounter. in your comment section, or even coming into the live streams, or they find your social media account on X and they hassle you. You gotta troll them back.
Mm-hmm. Be smart about it.
Yeah, be smart about it though.
A lot of these trolls aren't that smart,
No, they're not. And telling other people, and I've seen this from some others out there, that you shouldn't be on this platform or something. That's just stupid. They have every right to be on their platform, even if they want to cause problems.
I mean, I've been told not to be on that platform because I'm too fat and I might break the boards.
Yeah, that's right.
I've had that. I can understand that, but here, this is supposed to be for everybody.
We'll make sure to send somebody over there later to give you a shot, so you'll be fine.
But here, when I say welcome one and all, and I know I brought this up before, but I'm bringing it up again. When I say welcome one and all, it means welcome one and all. I don't care who you are. My one prerequisite when you come here, be cool.
Yep. Yeah, don't be like people like Jace. He's terrible. He's Norwegian. He doesn't know anything. I'm just kidding, but no, really. Just always be better than Jace, okay? Where's Jace? No, but yeah.
I don't know. Where is
it's he? Just and remember, if your stream is going bad, just blame Jace. He's Norwegian, he can take it.
I mean, that's another thing. If I notice that there's a problem with the stream, I'm not afraid to cut it right then and there if the quality is going to be shit.
Yeah, if the quality is shit, or people are telling you, hey, I can't hear you, and other stuff like that. One time with Saints Row, or some certain person calls it the discount game of Grand Theft Auto. Yet there's some different things in Saints Row, but whatever. Yeah, if things aren't going well, you have a reason to cut your stream. But you know what? If people are talking and then you just want to cut your stream, or you say, hey, I did this for you, or whatever, look, you can do that, but it's not the best idea. Just do it for yourself. Hey, I finished this game. Makes you feel proud, right? I didn't do it for somebody else. And people have that attitude. Oh, if I do this for somebody else, I'll get this and this attention. I don't know. Or if I follow this channel, I'll do this, that. Look, even some of these bigger channels, they're stagnant. And ask yourself why they are. Sure, if they have 42, 43 million subscribers, that's really nice, but 42.2K, hey, that's cool and all that, but what can you do to start making that bigger? And I get it. YouTube and some of these other platforms, they try to stifle you. I mean, look, you can say what you want, but have any of you out there had success by having a blue check mark, for example, on X? Has it helped your channel? Has it helped you grow? If it hasn't, then what is the point? I mean, if you want to...
I can speak to that.
Yeah.
I signed up for X Premium for a year because I had a good sale on it last year, 50% off the normal price. So I thought, all right, I'll give it a shot for a year.
Yep.
Did I see some growth? A little growth.
Yeah.
Not as much as I expected. My main intent was trying to help it grow this channel, the Twitch channel, the Kick channel, and the Rumble channel. But it didn't pan out. So I learned that lesson and I decided not to re-up.
Yep. Always find what you're passionate about. And there's other channels out there that are maybe it's help, but they've been always remember that a lot of these channels, this didn't happen overnight. Sometimes people get lucky about this stuff, but you can't really believe that a lot of these channels, sometimes they take 5 years, sometimes. But whatever stream you do, as I will always say, just make sure it's entertaining. You do where you're talking with people, make sure the topics are good. Make sure that you're, don't want to bore people. And if you are, or maybe you're just not feeling it, or you don't have enough energy, hey, that happens. So kill that stream or whatever and do another one another day. If you're doing a video like other streamers have said, bigger streamers have said before, hit play and see how it goes, and then start editing, and then start learning. Remember, this is always work, but you can make it fun too. But people that say it's not are just fooling themselves.
It's constant work is what it is. I mean,
Mhm.
Not everybody can afford an editor. Not everybody can afford
No.
somebody to make their own thumbnails for them. So
Yep.
for a lot of us, we have to do that work ourselves. Make the
Yes.
thumbnail, edit videos, make sure that our videos and live streams have a description that gets to the point
Mhm.
of what it's about.
Yep. And
Yeah.
support channels that you feel are worth supporting, and hopefully they'll do the same. Now they don't have to, but hopefully it does. And when you actually do get a lot of people supporting each other, nobody can stop you. Problem is, a lot of people stop themselves because of their arrogance, because of all these kind of things, and they have every right to be that way. That's fine. Just don't expect other people to want to help them. And of course, a lot of people have been screwed over. That's why other people don't want to allow other people
Mhm.
on their streams the way they are. They're obnoxious. They want to advertise. All that stuff is rude to any stream that you're on. You shouldn't do that. Wait for the person. You know what? If you don't get to advertise because they don't want that, that's their rules. So respect them. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't feel that way because it's me,
I
me,
had to learn
me,
that
me,
lesson
and me.
early on
Yeah.
doing content creation. What are you there for? Are you there for the conversation, or are you just there to get yourself out there?
Exactly.
I mean, Tommy, he invited me onto a stream, and it was about Transformers.
Hmm.
And then when it came time to promote myself, I said, I wasn't here to promote myself. I was here to talk about a topic you and I both love in Transformers.
Mhm.
And speaking of Transformers, Tommy, I was able to find the reissue of Gigawatt. That's one Autobot that once he reaches 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious shit.
Did you get it?
I got it.
Why am I not surprised?
Isn't it?
Back to the Future, Transformers. I'm happy. But Cass, I would like you right now to let everybody know what they can expect from you and Phantom Hooligans, not just for this year, but also next year.
Well, right now I'm just working on being more consistent about stuff. I have these ideas. Baron and I are going to continue Cranky Old Fans. I think the one back we've got like 60 some views on Rumble and 30 some on YouTube. I think we're doing something right. So we got that. For the future, things like the War Room, where we'll have guests on. People probably, if Tommy wants to come on, other people want to come on. And we talk about a subject, maybe two subjects, and we ask them about what's their opinions on it. And we just to more people to get to know the Phantom Hooligans. In the past, when I was really consistent on Twitch, because all these channels do connect, it was like I was just playing a game and people would come in there and we would talk about stuff and I would just continue to play the game. But my whole thing was always playing stuff on a hard difficulty, and people would say, how do you do that? I said, because I'm a madman. That's why. But yeah, it's just the gaming streams. I mean, it's just things have been stagnant, unfortunately, because of family and other stuff. And when family is there, as I've said, sometimes it's just way more important, unfortunately, than streaming. So
that's also why I've told you and Baron, you don't have to be on each and every episode of Pop Talk, because family comes first.
Yeah. So,
but
yeah,
I try to stay on all of them because I don't want to get mocked. Like
I just like if Baron's not here, one of us is not here. Yes. Yeah. But yeah, I want to do obviously more videos like I did of that movie review of the Joker 2 and whatever, flayless shit or whatever I call it. But no, the Velma thing. But as I will say, it's like I just have to make sure I watch this stuff, so I do enough research on it, so then I can talk about it. So the plan is to keep doing more of those videos. I still I found even more information now about that convention. So that video needs to finally come out. I have the thumbnail for some of this stuff, and then the gaming streams, and then the stuff Mike, you and I need to do. Play Evil West and play some of this other stuff, and there's Split Fiction and whatever. There's just some games, Jump Space. There's some really cool stuff out there. So, yep, definitely. And Pops. I gotta talk to Pops about some stuff. Maybe we'll start having a few guests here on Even Cranky Old Fans, and we'll just have 3 people.
Who's this Pops? Is he a new guy? Welcome to the channel, Pops.
Pops, if you ever need someone to collab with or your bad movie reviews, I'm sure Baron wouldn't mind being replaced.
But whatever
all
topic
kidding
you like,
aside, good to see you, Pops.
Yep.
Yeah, good to see you, brother.
But we know people can be busy and stuff, but just reach out to people. I think it's always good. So it's always good, definitely, to reach out to more and more people, because that's one thing I did learn on Twitch is about how you can actually get to know more people. And there's some really good people out there, and there's very helpful people. But the whole thing is with the Phantom Hooligans and Rumble and this and that, it's just yep.
I'll send you the link.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I'm in for it now.
But you're playing a game. You're playing once again. It's just, I just want every stream, and what needs to go on in Phantom Hooligans is that just need to do more videos, more this, more that. Just need to be more consistent. I'm also, for the future, I've got that visual novel software, and other people are like, oh, it's so hard. It's like, who cares? Like, there's videos out there that you can start learning from other people. And so, like, I want to also build stuff. It's great to do streams, and it's great to talk about stuff, but it's also nice to build things. So yeah, I want to just do all that on the Phantom Hooligans, and then the Rumble channel is still the backup, because why not? But but I know, Mike, you've been more consistent too, or you've been consistent a lot, and I feel like even your channel should grow more. And I don't know if YouTube's playing their games or whatever. It's just weird.
I really can't wrap my head around what's going on with that, because just when I get to a certain plateau, then those subs go away, and
yeah,
it could be a number of factors. Like I said, I don't know.
I just feel like whatever you do on your channel, like your gaming streams, you struggle. Well, I think that's good, So yeah.
Welcome to the stream, Pops.
Oh, thanks.
He's looking more Santa than me.
It's a
Pops,
man.
I'm working it hard.
Look at that beard, dude. Look at that beard, buddy.
Yeah, it's good. Nice and white. Not much going on top. But yeah, I got the whole thing going on now. So thanks for having me. Thanks for throwing me the link on such short notice. Just a total impromptu thing to just say I love the topic and the concept. I kind of need to do like a mission statement kind of video headed into the new year. I love that premise. Mm-hmm. I think that honest truth from folks that have been doing this a while, for folks that haven't done it much or are trying to figure out what their future will be, is the tough reality is you have no control of the algorithm. No. So lean more into your authenticity and what makes you happy, so that it doesn't ever feel like the grind of the job that it kind of will feel like. There's going to be days and stuff you don't want to do, and you're like, well, I got to keep doing it or not. You're also going to put something out there and you get no views, but what are you doing it for? I think is a large part of it. And that can be for a myriad of reasons. Right. I also think everybody's purpose can just be unique to them. Like, don't feel like you need to do what someone else needs to do or why someone's doing something, or, just do something that I think you feel like 20 years from now, or, God forbid something happens to one of us, it's there to kind of memorialize what you wanted to do and get out of it. And I think that's what makes this an interesting time to be alive doing that. I cherish you guys' time, and obviously I've spent so much time. Hey there, little lady mist. With Baron recently, we'll be able to just really kind of bond over a bunch of stuff that most people don't talk about, which is kind of what we're trying to do. Yeah. Like, how do we put, some awareness, good and bad, on things that most people don't talk about? A lot of them are free because we're trying to find stuff that almost anyone can go over to and find on a place like Tubi, for instance, or YouTube with free with ads. I also really want to try to get back. And I think this also happens. And Mike, I know you balanced 2 or 3 different things. You did a lot of sports at one point. You've talked about games and track, and at times you kind of, I don't say it wears you out, but you just kind of like, I kind of need a break from that for a while. So I think you can do that.
And that's what was happening with me. That's why I took the whole, Thanksgiving week off and a few extra days, is because I was experiencing that burnout from not only setting up the live streams, but also doing the thumbnails, looking for articles and other things that you do behind the scenes just to get a stream or a video going. And I knew I had to stop because it was affecting my attitude. If you listen to those streams before I took a break, you could hear it from me. I wasn't myself. I was angry. It's like, Mike, you got to stop.
Yeah, I think that there's a place where you have to be enjoying it and doing that. And that comes, like I mentioned, authenticity. It's so important to just be yourself. Hey there, great to see you. I will be going back to with this is the first time I broke this news, because we've kind of just finalized details actually at the time of this today to bring What's Your Story back. But I don't want to bring What's Your Story back exactly as how I was doing it before, because I felt like I was getting into a rut of recycled YouTube talk and not enough exploration or tapping into my background. Like, I spent so many years doing radio work and website work where I was chasing down actual celebrities and doing interviews and really challenging myself and them. And I really enjoy all that. I kind of, I don't know, I hate tooting your own horn, but you feel like you kind of have a knack for something. It just feels comfortable. Like, I'd love, Baron and I could just hang out and talk. I feel like I have a good gift for gab when it comes to interviews and conversation. So I want to get back to that. But like you were saying, it can be a grind when you're chasing down people. You're trying to figure out scheduling. I work a lot and I live remotely, so I have internet connection issues. So I've had to figure out a nice solution, and my Talk Hard co-host Stone Cold Loki's kind of stepping up to the plate a little bit to help me figure out the production side of that. So hopefully if I glitch out or whatever, it wouldn't ruin a conversation with somebody who might have been difficult to get. So hopefully 2026 we'll see the return of What's Your Story, and just continue to do what you want to do. And Cash, I love the fact that you guys and Mike, you do it here as well. Baron hasn't done it here, and I don't think as much recently. I get back into the gaming here, guys. I love having it on in the background while I'm working. You know what I mean? I love to have it. I'm not a gamer. I live vicariously through all you guys. Like, me gaming would just be like the biggest. I don't know. You got like an Atari set up for me or something? Can I play like Yard's Revenge with the little roller or something maybe? But
I'm sure we're gonna figure out a way to hook it up to, a streaming deck like an Elgato.
Well,
stream deck and stream it online. And
hi, Leah Rose. Oh, it's even better than that. It's the Sears version.
Well, the thing is, like, Pops, that's cool, man. Like, I enjoy doing streams with you. Like, when we talked about Gremlins, I was just like, I need to prepare, because it's like, I haven't watched this movie in a while. And so it was nice being on there, and some people like, yeah, I agree with Cash about this. I'm like, oh, really? That's awesome. But like, I want to, it's just funny to me. I just want to, if I'm like, I like to do more stuff with you, Pops, and just like I do stuff with Mike and Baron. And I just, but the thing is, like, I know you're busy too. So it's like, you can't assume things that, oh, they're going to want to do this with you and this and that. But yeah, I like your attitude. It's certain people, Pops. And so, like, with you, and other people I click. I feel,
Mhm.
you know, I feel we click. I feel I click with Mike, I click with Baron, but there's some other people that I've been on stream with that I just go, yeah, I don't think I would do a stream with them again.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
I gotta say
that's the
that.
thing. You're going to run into people who, yes, they enjoy streaming with you, but maybe they don't have the time to stream with you.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to
I mean-
mention that's one of the things. It's the world of having some thicker skin with folks out
Mhm.
there. I talked about again with Loki as well. I said, look, I don't really think I have beef with anybody, but I know I've fallen away in conversation with people I haven't talked to for a very long time. And it's just
Mhm.
the nature of life. Like I said, work schedules and streaming schedules and all those kinds. And then of course, with a show like my Tuesday show, I kind of have we have a constant way of kind of steering it. So you don't want to have too many guests because you want to make sure you have everybody who can speak. And then sometimes you have a show where, you know, it'll be the first time somebody has seen this one. So you don't want to bring in a bunch of other people who would take away from that sort of experience being conveyed to the audience and shared with people. So it is sort of like a push-pull thing. But I would say it's good to hear you guys, you know, being open about, you know, wanting to join me, for instance. I'm not saying I'm the greatest one to join, you know, hanging out with, but I love the fact that people want to do that. And it's just trying to figure out that availability and make the ends meet. And that's why Baron and I are hooking up, because Baron and I have a schedule that just aligns very conveniently, like once a week or so, or every 2 weeks. We're just doing. So yeah, if you guys want to do that, feel free to hit me up. But don't get, you know, and I'm not saying this directly to you guys, but folks, don't get your feelings hurt if we can't always accommodate that, or if we got so much going. Because I'm already like, and Baron would attest to you, I'm scheduling out like the week right before Christmas right now. I'm already booked till then, and then I take 2 weeks of vacation. Very little streaming to be done. So now we're saying, all right, well, don't get your feelings hurt if I tell you, well, maybe in January we'll set. You know what I mean? So that's how I operate. That may be different than how Mike operates. Our Mike's over there. How Mike operates, how Cash operates, whatever. So to each their own kind of thing. So yeah, interesting.
I mean, even before we did our last recording together, you know, trying to coordinate schedules to either get you on Pop Talk or the adventure continues. It's like trying to find that day and time that'll work for both of us so we can get it done.
Yeah. Like what? Like Pops, do you like I pay attention to the Twitter group that you made a while back or whatever. Do you?
Yeah.
Was the whole point of the Twitter group for people to advertise and stuff? Because, or was it more about you were hoping more people would get to know each other in there?
I didn't really have a preconceived notion. I like the idea of the advertise. It's like it should be the kind of thing where if we as creators can't support one another, and it is difficult, there's so many of us, and I know people have had their feelings hurt because they're not seeing their stuff retweeted and whatever.
Right.
But for me,
Mm-hmm.
I have that thread. So we're talking about a private group that I have in the Popmatics group. It's a little group that's on Twitter, and I got to be honest, I selfishly did it. So if you put your stuff on there, I can go there and right click it and open it in a window and listen to it. So
okay.
Even though I may not have shared,
so you really want you really want people to always promote their stuff in there.
I have no problem with that, but I don't need you to do that. It's up to you. I also think it is a good way, and I would love to see people connect more that way. Say, oh, listen, it's a way I can get a hold of Troy. Hey, Troy, can you message me? Whatever. I'd love to be on your show when you have availability. You know, I love to see people that are in our circle because the algorithm is not. I mean, you guys have seen the algorithm lately. I don't know you guys, but it's only promoting.
It's not our friend. It is not our friend.
No.
My recommends, the stuff it's showing me are big creators that don't need help. You know, big corporations that don't need our help. It's not showing me the people that I'm subscribed to or members to. Even I have to kind of like really force it. Well, so when I created the group, it was to try to help grease that wheel. Cash. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So yeah.
We all don't know what we're doing, but the thing is, it's even worse than that. We're competing against all these foreign foreign groups that are dumping these clickbait AI stuff written by Chat GPT, and a lot of that crap is coming up in my feed. It's like, why? Coming in my feed. I'm not interested in this stuff. You know, you take a look at the names and you know which ones are the BS ones, which ones are legit ones. But honestly, that's another thing. They're giving priority even to that, and it's like, excuse me.
Yeah, YouTube is
That-
prioritizing AI over authentic videos. I've seen it. I'm going to be honest with everybody. I've seen a drop in likes over the past year. I've seen a drop in views over the past year. Not just with my channel, but with other channels.
Yep. I mean, I don't think it's worth it to even depend on just one platform either. Like you have
can't.
access to another. You just and other streamers have said that too. Even streamers that I used to follow. But the problem is that all the same people that are like, oh, I would never do that, or I would never have this, and they have a lot of, unfortunately, clickbait titles, and you see it. And then, like, when you go to the stream, it's like they're talking about this, but do you have the evidence? You don't. So all you're doing is want to complain about it. Well, that's fine. I mean, it's easy to go on a hate bandwagon. Oh, I can't believe this person betrayed me. And, I've loved their work for this many years. And this, like, you see this stuff, even from people that that you've watched or whatever. And it's their attitudes, and it's always the same thing. And it's like, oh, but don't call them out on it. It's like, it's just so ridiculous. And it's like, they don't need to act like that. And so I know some channels that they got into it because they want to get money, and that's cool. Hey, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But then
if that's your goal on this platform, Twitch, Rumble, wherever you decide to stream, if your goal is to make money, then do it. Push yourself to create the content to do it. That's not my goal.
Yep.
Yeah, that goes back to what I was saying about to each their own, right? Find your purpose, find what you would be proud of. And if you need to make the money, look, that's fine. Just do your thing, be your thing.
Yes.
Don't have attitude with people who don't align with that. Don't stir up trouble with people who just don't agree with you, that kind of thing. And I do think what Baron said, other people have said, it is a constant evolving algorithm to get people hooked on what they're watching, and that's all it is too. And let's face it, we are competing with people who have like massive budgets and editing teams and marketing teams, and of course they're outperforming us in some ways. I also agree very much with what Tommy said too. You have to find that balance of life balance of doing streams all the time and just chasing the rabbit, and then also like, oh man, I get monetized, I'm going to have this, whatever. It's like, oh, you got to just do your first passion and the authenticity part first, and then you can figure out how to evolve and reach for help and use those tools that are there to make your life easier, because that's what I do. They're basically like a bunch of glorified secretaries for me, like, hey, can you help me write this script a little faster? Can you help me do that's all I use it for. And it's a work in progress. But anyway, I thought it was a good topic to jump in on, Mike. I have to dip back out so I can finish a couple editing. I'm so far behind. I got some guy I got to watch a couple movies for on Friday and all that kind of stuff too. So, I'm jam-packed full.
I got the one film done, and this is going to be interesting to talk about the first one. But I have the second one I'm going to watch. I try to watch them before we do our filming, so it's all fresh up in that Swiss cheese brain.
Yeah, I'm not quite done yet, so I got one more to watch, and I got to get some other stuff done. But listen,
Bob,
love
I
you
appreciate
guys.
you.
I love what we do. And I love that you guys in chat just hanging out. It's just a lot of fun doing this, and I feel very blessed to be a part of it. So thanks for letting me hop in for a minute and share my 2 cents.
Not a problem, Pops. I appreciate you taking the time to come on and join us for this particular topic tonight. And
I
look forward to the next time we get to do something together.
Yeah, I hope we get to do something together soon, Pops. So it was fun.
Talk to you guys soon. Take care.
All right, buddy.
Yeah,
all right, brother.
I like Pops.
Yep.
He's a good
I like
guy.
him too.
He's okay. I know. I stole that from Gary. Sorry, Gary.
But yeah, it's always good to find, and it never hurts to ask. And hey, if they're not interested, that's fine too. But hey, there'll be other people that are interested. So
you're gonna find people who say, yeah, sure, I'll come on, and you have a good time with them. Then you're gonna find people that you don't hear an answer from.
Yep.
And that's fine. And depending on what their day job is, they may not have the time to do a live stream with you.
No.
It may not be something they even want to do. They may just want to stay in the chat.
And that's okay.
Hey, we appreciate them. I tell you what, and even if they don't chat, they lurk. Lurkers are just as welcome as anybody else.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you never know who's going to be lurking. Who might hear a particular rant from me during a game, and
I still remember back on Twitch, this channel I used to watch a number of years ago, when people were being called out, lurkers were being called out on Twitch, people would leave because they didn't like being called out. I guess I understand it. They're just there to lurk. They don't need to be called out. So, but the person's like, I see you in chat. It's like, oh my gosh.
I mean, I joke because he does do it. He does lurk. Anonymous, I said, yeah, he's Robbie Liddy. He's got his cloaking device on.
Dude, I lurk sometimes. Oh, Mike's on. Oh, I'm going to lurk. I don't feel like talking today. I'm just going to lurk.
I don't feel like
he's lurking and going, Mike, you can't do that. Mike, you can't do that. Why do you keep, Mike? Why do you keep doing that?
When I was watching Half-Life, I'm like, nope, don't say it. Don't do a Baron. Don't do it. Don't do it.
That's just it. He saw what happened to me. He says, nope, I'm not going to do that.
I'm not.
I learned through Baron.
It's like, no, Mike. Mike, you can't do that. I just want to say that. Like, it's going through my head all the time. It's like, no, Mike, you can't do that in Half-Life. Mike, stop. Mike, no, Mike.
Why did you hit me over the head? I know we did.
Don't do it, Mike. Mike, you can't do that. Mike, you can't go to that area. Mike, stop this. Mike, why did you blow yourself up in the game? What the heck, man? Come on.
Because it was fun.
Why did you shoot me in the game, Cash?
That was fun.
Yeah,
I know.
It was fun. Look, and whatever people want to say about stuff like Helldivers too, if there's no freaking Starship Troopers, which obviously that game was based on, there's no Helldivers too, or Helldivers in general. So,
and I'll admit, I lurk too. And then if someone brings up my name, it's like, you rang?
You rang? Yes.
Mike. You say Mike 3 times, and boom, there he is, and you get what you deserve. Mike.
But yeah,
where the hell am I? Someone said my name 3 times.
But one of the reasons that
I was just in a hot tub with with the Swedish bikini team. You bring me here, you mother.
But yeah, like the chat, and when the chat is popping, dude, even the streams feel better. And hopefully you always can get that as the chat is popping, or you're getting pretty good. Pretty good conversations and so on. I mean, I remember one time, I think it was on Twitch, I just kept talking to this lady that I knew, and this other person's like, are you going to talk to anyone else? I said, well, this person's been asking the most questions. Like, I'm paying attention to people in chat. And what's really funny sometimes is when people come in and start talking about politics for some reason and just bring it up. It's like, no. I remember this one person said, for whatever reason, he's like, I'm going to get deported. This was around 2016, 20. I'm like, I think you'll be okay. Because some people come into the chat and they are having a bad day, and you can cheer them up, and hey, that's cool, man. Mm-hmm. That puts a smile on your face. So, you just, once again, it's all about entertaining. I mean, like, for example, when Vor used to stream and stuff, and he would play games on hard difficulties too, Horizon Zero Dawn or something like that, I was like, yeah, this is pretty entertaining, because the game is pretty entertaining. And I was always telling Vor, though, I'd say, you got to talk more, man. You got to talk more. But
that's advice you were giving me too when you first met me, is I wasn't talking that much during streams.
You don't have to.
I still do it.
Yeah.
During times, especially when I'm concentrating during a boss fight.
Yep. If somebody's really good at a game, or they just want to put together something. Yeah. It's just. You put together a video, you're just showing, people are going to watch that stuff. That's why they have like full playthroughs and whatever. And those are fine, because you're showing the whole game. You may be edited for the 12 hours or whatever you want to beat the game. And they edit certain things out, of course, because it may drag a little bit. But yeah, if you're on a live stream and you don't want to talk, I mean, once again, you got to find a way to make the game interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. The gameplay, it's all about making things interesting. You know, don't worry about, oh, I don't have this many subs, or I don't have this, or I don't have that. But I've also found out over the years that it's good to collaborate with people that you click with.
Yeah.
Definitely. And that can be very good. It's hard to find those people. Unfortunately, people have especially nowadays in society, it's just like,
Yeah, but you know what's also been fun about streaming too is people that you don't think you're going to click with on stream for one reason or another. You end up clicking with them.
Right.
And it's not fake. It's genuine.
Yep. It is.
It's like, oh, you got that same strangeness I do. All right.
We call this sickness.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing too. You guys have heard it when I get silly during a game stream, or even here on Pop Talk when I start doing my Megatron impression, especially when I was playing Transformers War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron. You know, I was pretending to be Megatron. I was pretending to be Optimus Prime, and you know, even Ironhide to an extent. But you know, it's just all about having fun. I mean, playing WrestleQuest. Oh yeah. The cream of the crop. That's right.
That game
the game's gonna drag on as you get
yes,
closer
it
to
is.
the end.
That's the one thing I would say about that game is like, it when they start dragging on, it's kind of a pain.
Yeah,
I mean, I've never gone out there and done any impersonations on the air, so I tell you that, Dennis.
Yeah, right. You haven't done any impressions of Wolfman Jack. Ooh. But again, that's all part of having fun. No, I know we know some people who, you know, weren't getting any views when they were doing their live streams. Well, part of that, and I am speaking from my own experiences. You have to talk. You do. You have to talk, even if there's nobody there in the chat. You're the one that's got to start flapping your gums.
And if you don't want to do that,
emanate.
Just make a video of something that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter if it's negative or positive and so on. And don't worry about, look, if your channel is more on the negative side, well, you know what? If you're passionate about things and you're annoyed that where stuff is going, you have every right to feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the one thing also talking about, there's just, you know, nobody in there and you're doing a game. Yeah, exactly. Keep flapping your gums because you don't know who's going to come back on the flip side, right?
Yep.
Someone will come across and, oh, there's this video of a game. And they go in there and you're like,
yep, you'll be surprised. Game. Like there's people out there that want that, and there'll people that tell you, they say, "Hey, man, I like this stream because you just keep talking. Like that's awesome." And so that's a good compliment. You know, just try to be funny, and you know, you don't have to force anything. But look, there's a lot of things to mock, especially nowadays. And if people get mad, you mock them some more. No, but really, it's just there's a lot of things to make fun of. You can make fun of stuff in the game. You can make fun of stuff. You can be like, hey, man, this is really cool, but you know, this is what they could do better. This is what they could do. And it's the reason you feel that way is because you're passionate about this stuff, or you do your own research. I know, shocking.
But you know, another thing too, you know, I'm trying to be funny. I can't promise that all my jokes are going to land. You know, the majority of them are probably going to flop, but that's not the point. The point is have fun while you're doing this. If there's something that you're really passionate about, like, you know, Jet Sparks is passionate about his writing. Well, then you can talk about that. That would be a perfect subject to talk about. You don't have to give any details of your stories that you're writing if you don't want to.
Yep.
But you can talk about what kind of stories interest you and inspire you. Yep. And maybe you'll meet other people out there who are inspired by the same kind of stories or different kind of stories, but what you have in common is the writing.
Yep. You're playing something like GoldenEye, or you're playing a Bond game or something else. Talk about your experience with Bond. Talk about the movies you've watched. Talk about what could be better about these films. All kinds of stuff. Even though you're playing a game, you can always talk about whatever.
Well, let's circle back on this, and of course to Jet, but I think also for us creators, is, like you were saying for Jet, have him go out there and talk about his writing. You never know. You might find yourself with a group of inklings. But if that's going to be the case, where you're critiquing each other's work, of course, you might get criticism that, hey, you could be better at this part. Don't be offended by that. They're just trying to help. They're not being mean. Of course, if they're, and of course, say, hey, this part's good. You don't want yes men. You don't want yes men. And that includes even with streaming. Oh, you're doing a great job. Boy, that guy's
yeah.
You're doing a great job.
We've had that. We've all had it. And I say we all, because anybody who does this has had somebody come along and say, oh yeah, you do great stuff. You do great stuff. But do they mean it? They may just be saying it just be nice. You've got to understand that they may not mean it wholeheartedly. And that's another thing for tonight, is giving you the honest truth. Even if it means, hitting it over the head like a blunt object. There are people that will blow smoke up your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Some of them are viewing you as a stepping stone to get where they want to get.
Yes. Yes, that's true.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's and to circle back on a little bit about this, and besides the fact, of course, about us gamers, and forgive me, Mike, for doing this, but about talking, Cash, Mike, or talking, you go through there, and you hit, like Gamer Cop or Steve the Gamer 55 or whatever. They're constantly talking, but it's not necessarily always about the game.
No,
they're just sometimes talking about things in general. You do not need to focus and just talk about the game as you're going across it. If you feel that as a platform to opine and just have conversations with the chat while you're playing,
that's right.
And even make comparisons, about if you're playing like the GTA with the police mod that they have on there, and you happen to work with the police force as a person who was contracted to work on the computer systems and such. You kind of know the insides. You can have laughs about that. Whatever it is, I mean, you never know who you're going to find that will connect on you with that. It's your moment to shine. It's your show. You don't have guests. You don't have anything like that. You're just having fun playing the game. Mm-hmm. Hopefully people will come in, and that way, and you can talk with it. Or more importantly, again, if no one's there, just blab away. And you might find some people on the flip side and go, hey, I got to subscribe to this person. And then when the next notification comes around that you got your live stream, they may be right there and more than happy. They might lurk. They might say hi. They might even say back, hey, I love your stream. I saw it and I'm happy to be here. It doesn't matter. And I think that's one thing. If people like the chat, don't be afraid to say so. If there's things that you don't like, be polite with the criticism.
Yeah. But that's the main thing. Be polite when you're criticizing somebody. Don't just come in there acting like, you're owed something, because none of us are owed anything.
No, exactly. And that's just it. But don't expect us to change who we are. Like I've said many times, I'm not here to be your friend. Why do I say that? It sounds mean, but it's not. I'm here to be me. If you like what you see, great. If you don't like what you see, well, you can go. No, I won't take offense or anything like that. I'm not your cup of tea, because I know no one's going to be everybody's cup of tea, right? Yeah. But I'm not going to change it so I can keep you to stay here. I'm not going to be the chameleon. Just give an example of a story, true story here. They were saying about how Bill Clinton really wanted to be liked, right, by people, and he'd be at parties and someone would sit back and go, hey, Bill, that guy over there really doesn't like you, and so on. And he would spend the entire night with that person trying to make that person his friend.
What? Wow.
I'm not kidding. It's a true story. It doesn't
work that way, though. You're still going to meet people who may not like you for one reason or another. They may hear you say something that they don't like, and that changes things.
The problem is just like with streaming and all this stuff. They say something. They have every right to unsubscribe to you and unfollow you and all that, whatever. But they can't take opinions that don't agree with them. Yet it's gotten worse, unfortunately, in the internet and other stuff, social media, all this stuff. We're all fickle about stuff, but you say some of these new movies, and it's like, or you say, hey, I don't really like the way this character looked. Why can't she have hair or something? And that's just your opinion. But people take that get offended, of course, and they say,
"Oh, there's some Baldy down there."
Right. Yes. Good old Baron and his nonsense. But no, it doesn't, you're just talking about stuff about like, hey, they can make this better and this is that and all this kind of stuff. But it's just people are so offended also. And so I think that's another reason. It's like, oh, well, they're playing this game. Oh, why aren't they playing this game again? Why are they playing this old game? Like Mike said,
why are you playing this game? This game sucks.
Yeah.
Why are you playing this game? This game's 9 years old.
Yeah. I mean,
so what?
How old?
Play the game you want to play. Talk about the topics you want to talk about.
Yep. I mean, channels can get over. Yeah, go ahead.
Just don't do PvP versus PvP. That's all we ask.
Yeah, don't do CPU versus CPU. Okay.
Oh, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Yeah.
If you're gonna do something like that, at least do some commentary to make it more interesting. Not there's also people the titles like I watched this so you don't have to. Like, come on.
I deal with cash so you don't have to.
You're dealing with the two of you, so no one else has to.
Well, did someone explain that to poor Pops?
No, Pops likes you.
And even if it's something that you really like and they're just crapping all over it's like, well, okay, that's fine. You just that's their criticism, that they don't like this and they don't like that. It's okay. Even if it's well known that this is a classic thing, how could somebody not like this? Like, if somebody said, for example, oh, I think the original Robin Hood or one is like, oh, it's not very good. Well, once again, why don't you like it? And when people say it's good or it's crap or whatever, it's like, we're not really getting to the root of the issue here or why you like this so much. Which is and that's how a lot of people are, and that's fine. But you want to test this theory, as I said, just go into like a Discord and somebody's talking about something they really like. It's like, I really wish I could like that, but I just feel that way. Watch how mad they get. It's just really funny. Not everybody, but a lot of people, because they cannot take opinions that don't agree with them. It's really something.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I remember when we were talking about Babylon 5 on Baron's channel, and we got the Gray 17 is missing. And I wouldn't shut up with how much I hated that episode.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, I want to say hello to Lorenzo Sleestack, who says things were a little different in the days of news groups and web forums. But there always were argumentative people. Yeah. There's always going to be argumentative people, people that have their opinion. They're going to stick by their opinion. Yep. Well, that's what we're going to do here too. We're not going to change our opinion because it offends somebody.
Yeah, I mean,
we're sticking to the opinion because that's our points of view. That's what you see in the beginning.
Yep.
The views and opinions are those of the individuals and may not be those of others.
Right. Exactly. I mean, I still laugh at that one guy who came in here. It's like, you guys, you're not like geeks and gamers. Why aren't you guys talking about how bad Transformers 1 is?
Like, that was during the Transformers 1 watch party.
It was so funny, man. And like, I understand some people.
You guys will never be like geeks and gamers. I don't want to be like geeks and gamers. There's already geeks and gamers, like I said in the beginning. There's already a neurotic, like I said in the beginning. And any other big channel out there, they're already out there. Yep. They're already doing their thing. I'm trying to find my way.
Yep,
Even
just-
still, for as long as I've been doing this, still trying to find my way, because with YouTube and the way the algorithm is, you're always having to jump hurdles.
Right. I mean, Gary is Gary at
Mhm.
Neurotic. You know, he does his own thing. He has different life experiences. He's
That's
been in prison. He's had a comic
Yep.
book shop, and whatnot, and Geeks and Gamers and all those other stuff out there. They have all their own experiences. I don't want to be like that,
No.
And I've always sat back and said, I have nothing against Geeks and Gamers at all, none. But I just don't really like watching their show because there's just too many people. That's me.
Yeah.
It's not a criticism of them.
No.
It's just the fact that it's like I have a problem trying to figure out who, what, where, when, and why. I like smaller groups because of that.
I had to learn that lesson.
But, yeah,
because if you guys remember, and for anybody that's been subscribed to the channel, you all remember this. Used to have big channel. No, I wouldn't say big channel, but big panels.
Yeah.
On the channel for a different live stream. Maximum 10 people during the live streams. I had to learn that lesson, and that's not the best way of going about things. Because then there are some people that don't get to talk at all, some people that get to talk very little, and there's a lot of overlapping. So I had to learn that lesson, cut down on how many panelists you have on a show. This way, everybody has time to talk. It's like with the Adventure Continues. The max I want, including myself, is 5 people on the panel. Possibly 6. I think 6 is manageable.
Right.
But no more than that.
I think 6 is the max for anything when you have people getting together. Once you get over that, it starts getting chaotic. 6 is still manageable. It's still intimate, But yeah, I mean, I like the smaller groups because, well, there's a lot, people are able to get more out what they want to say and stamped on. And besides, you just want to look at that one bubble in the corner there, and that person's not saying a bloody thing. And it comes down to, well, either let the person talk or why are they there? I mean, I've been there for that. And it's like,
I've been there
now
too.
you have an opportunity. Yeah.
Where I was asked on the panel, Mike, we haven't heard much from you. I said, no, I got caught up in what everyone else was talking about, that I was just listening.
Yeah. And it's good to just listen
interjecting.
too. It's good to listen.
And
But,
Lorenzo says back in the 90s or early 2000s, there was so much arguing on the local newspaper message board that they shut it down.
Yep.
And this is in a town where people would greet each other as walking down the street. Yeah, but you also know this too. And this is something that I want to emphasize too to people. We can be nice to each other in person, but then somebody gets behind a keyboard or even a tablet or their phone, and they think that because we're behind a keyboard or that tablet or that phone, that we can be complete assholes and bitches.
My favorite part is when they're on these websites, like now you have to pay for a comment section because that's freedom of speech. So you got to pay to go on there. And then there's other comment sections, like even the local news over here, that shut it down. What, you can't take opinions that don't agree with you or actual facts that you can't take? Well, too bad. But
IMDb used to have a message board. They don't have one anymore.
Yeah, not surprised. They want to censor these things, and it's really pathetic. They can't take opinions that don't agree with them, and so it's always funny to me. Or they'll ban you for a joke. Maybe you said something about drones, or you said something about this, and you're just being funny because that's how these people act. And so then they want to shut it down, and it's like, oh, cool. Well, I guess I'll make a new account. I'll show them. But really, it's just silly stuff. It really is. And so, I mean, stuff like X or Twix or whatever you want to call it, it's still Twitter to me, but it's just, there's a bunch of nonsense. I mean, you get into arguments with all kinds of people, either about people telling you how great the new Tomb Raider animated show is, and it's like, well, why does she look more mannish?
manly men. Yeah.
Yeah, but
well, that goes back to what we said earlier about just be yourself, be cool, don't be a dick.
Yeah, you don't,
because if you come in here and you're a complete dick, and for whatever reason you continue to be a complete dick, well, then I have a message for you, because I will block you, I will ban you if you're a complete tool, complete asshole, or a complete bitch.
All right, youngster, out you go.
Don't come back. Ever.
Yeah, he still keeps bringing me back.
It's in your contract. I'm laughing. More.
I'm laughing at everything.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yep.
The three of us were hoping also, like Phil was going to do more stuff on his channel, but he's told me and he's told Mike, I'm sure, and Baron that he's just not interested in really doing much on the stream. He's not really into that, but he's had some good streams. He has.
He's told me he doesn't mind watching a stream, leaving a like, leaving a comment, but as far as doing streams, it's not really something he thinks he needs to do.
Right.
No.
No one should be forced to have to do something like that.
Nope.
No.
Unless you sign a contract like me.
Lorenzo says part of the problem with the newspaper's message board was likely criticism of the local politicians. Politics is what got our local public access station shut down and replaced with a different one. Yeah, that happens.
Yep.
And yes, we have talked about politics, not just this year. We've talked about it last year. And we will continue to talk about politics if something comes up and we have something to offer.
Mm-hmm.
You may not like our opinion. I may not like Baron's opinion. I may not like Cash's opinion. I may not even like your opinion in the chat. But guess what? I have to understand that that's Baron's opinion. That's Cash's opinion. That's your opinion. If I get all hot and bothered by it, then that's on me.
It's Discord. I mean, it's having conversations. It's being able to talk to each other. It's like, I didn't like that. Okay, why? We want clarity to agreement. We want to learn what makes things tick, or what did someone find that you might have missed, or vice versa. I mean, that's part of the discussion. It's like two people coming together, and sometimes it can get heated, but that's no problem. There's passion involved, but still civil. And we lost that art. And when somebody asks that question, what do you like about it? It's not to shame or attack someone. It's just like I just want to know. I mean, why was this the case? I mean, was there some, maybe you'll start learning more about the person's tastes, or whatnot, or what they've looked for. And it's like, we can disagree, but it's good to learn. Good to learn that about yourself.
I know somebody who didn't like the fact that in Voyager's premiere episode, Caretaker, Janeway goes down to engineering when Voyager's about to experience a warp core breach. So I presented this case to him. I said, well, Voyager was constructed at Utopia Planitia Yards. And who would have been there when Voyager left Utopia Planitia shipyards to go to Deep Space Nine? Janeway. Mm-hmm. And as the ship's new commanding officer, she would have to study and know everything about that ship in case something went wrong. Mm-hmm. So that is why he went down to engineering, to help out the crew who didn't know a lot about the new equipment, new technology on the ship.
Plus, they're still kind of rattled and how many people died.
And I know some people, when we were watching that episode, it's like I know there was a lot of negative comments about that episode, or what didn't work, or this and that. It's like, that's fine, For me, I just take Voyager for what it is. I haven't gone deep dive into that stuff. But I understand how people feel, but I don't get offended. You know, people just feel that way. I know people are like, oh, everybody wants to nitpick everything. It's like, well, dude, people that are passionate about stuff that they love, or that they're big Trek fans, you know, they're going to feel that way, just like anything, He-Man, anything. I mean, you know, there's people out there who will tell us 1,000 times, I'm sure, that Kevin Smith He-Man was really good, and we look at them and say, never mind. But no,
oh, you're wrong.
You're wrong. Yeah, no. But you know, that's their opinion. But I gotta say, like, what does bother me about society, one of the main things is that I feel people that just accept everything and take it.
Have a great night, Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy.
Take care.
Hopefully talk to you soon, man.
Don't let the guinea pigs eat you in the middle of the night.
That's right. That, you know, it's just, I think they just, people that accept everything, I think that's also one of the reasons we're not getting more greatness that we deserve. I mean, we don't really deserve anything, but I'm saying that stuff that we can say that, wow, you know, this is something that really deserves to be honored because it's really freaking good.
Well, I disagree with you on that there, Cash. We do deserve, because that's what they promise. They promise something, so
that's true.
So we do deserve that.
Yeah,
but just blanket, I deserve something as entitlement.
Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
We are paying customers. We're going in for the service. That service is to be entertained.
Yep.
If we're not entertained by a movie, then we have every right to say why we don't like a movie. It'd be like if you took your car to the shop to get it repaired and they did a shoddy job on the repairs. You're not going to go, well, you know, the engine's not running like it was before I brought it in, and oil leaks everywhere. But you know what? I'm fine with it. No, you're going to get on there and say, this is what they did. This is what they were supposed to do. And they didn't do it. So you're going to go find some other place to get the car worked on, just like other forms of entertainment. And other forms of entertainment are YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and Kick.
Yep.
Let's face it.
Vor must have been hanging around Vigilante Williamson. He called me that all the time.
I just, that's why when people say, like, and there'll be, you know, if you're on a comment section, you're making posts about this or whatever, you're just like, a number of you sit there and you go, oh, these prices are fine. This is fine. This company's great. This company's and it's like, but that's not true, because they did this other stuff. Sure, you can applaud them for, but the companies that have forgotten their fan base and actually wanting to make money and just burning money are just, I'm sorry, they're stupid. And if bad things happen to them, well, it's not the customer's fault. Usually it's not. It's the fact that these companies decide to go in this direction. Imagine if what Ubisoft is doing. I mean, imagine this. You're a company and you actually were able to piss off another country like Japan. And that's what Assassin's Creed Shadows did. And other people will be like, oh, it doesn't matter. It's all good.
Doesn't it matter that you've pissed off a country when you're making a game based off of one of their stories?
Yep.
Well, and the thing is that's the problem. I know I talked about it before, but, you know, especially with the one writer who was whining that, you know, with the comic books, you know, doing his homosexual fantasies because he's homosexual,
right?
And no one was buying the comics. It's like, you know, what was I going to go with that one? But no, you are in customer service. He was saying we're not in customer service. Yes, you are. If you're doing something, you're doing a service, you are in customer service, because your job is to make sure the customer is supplied with something that they want.
That's
right. And if they don't want it, well, it's on you, not the customer. The customer is always right, has always been misconstrued to where the customer thinks they can go into a shop or wherever and be a total a-hole and push around and bully because I'm the customer, I'm right. No, the customer's always right goes to like the marketing. If you're selling buggy whips, when you have, the horse and buggy days, and you had the best buggy whips ever. Okay, you're doing great, right? But now the automobile comes along. And you start getting people coming in as, hey, do you have any horns I could put on my car so I could alert people as I'm driving? And it's like, no, but I got this wonderful buggy whip. You want the buggy whip? It's like, no, I don't want it. Mm-hmm. And he starts getting more people coming in and asking for a horn or something else. And if you refuse to move along and just stay with the buggy whips, what's going to happen? You have no customer.
Yep.
Right? And you can't blame the customer because things have changed.
Right. And
so the same goes for content creation.
Yep.
Right. Exactly.
And the other thing is, and I would tell people out there, if you want to start a channel, whatever, put out messages out there like, if it's your vision, that's your vision. Guess what? What if you had a vision? Oh no, I'm sure it's going to offend a lot of people that you want all your characters straight. That's just your vision. Maybe you want just a romance. Maybe you want this. That's your vision. And people are trying to cancel you or telling you you're wrong, or you're actually saying stuff that's true about biology, which is real, and people are mad at you and they want to cancel you. Well, it's actual facts. So they can go and cry boo-hoo all they want. But the thing is, like, don't ever let somebody try to change your vision. And the reason that I feel a lot of people are mad, this stuff has been built from the ground up, and there's people out there, unfortunately, that want to take a wrecking ball to it and change a lot of stuff that they don't need to change. Certain things, fine. And when they want to add a character, oh, well, this is an established character, so we'll just change it. No. Make a new character. That's always interesting. Imagine sitting there in a lot of these companies and saying, how about we have this character? Oh, well, this character didn't check this box and this box. No. Is this character interesting? Does it add to the story? And I know we've talked about that before, but these are things that if you have a channel, you should push, because I feel it's important. Have good messages to talk about, because you can help people even if your channel is small. You can help people. I know it's shocking, but you can.
And real quick, I do want to say hello to the Padawannabe who is listening while trying to finish Hogwarts Legacy.
You know what's going to happen now? He and Anna Moss are going to try to compare wands.
And so are you.
Yeah.
And so are you.
Yeah, I will. I will shortly. I got the best wand there is. Never can go wrong with it. Oh, yeah.
Quit trying to haze my vision, bro. And see, Padawannabe, I know when you get your channel started, you're going to do great, because you have a passion for the things that you want to talk about. You still have a passion for Star Wars. You still have a passion for Lego. Heck, I could recommend someone who was here earlier to come on your channel. You just have to coordinate the day and time, because he's over in Japan, and that's Angry Canadian. You guys could talk Lego. I know you could talk it all straight.
The only thing about the Legos in Japan is either kaiju or they morph into this giant robots. So
and
that's
really Autobot or Decepticon.
No, I'm talking about like those. I'm talking about like
Parent.
I know. You're joking.
Oh man. Oh shit.
What? Don't they have Lego Transformers now?
Yes, Lego does have Transformers. They're expensive.
And bringing up Lego, because I know this happened to you, Padawannabe. Don't worry about people trying to make fun of you because you had Legos in bags. Where are you going to keep them, man? Come on.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that do that with their Legos.
I would put my Legos in a bag as a kid. Why? Because my parents were like, "Stop playing your damn Lego again. Pick it up."
Yeah, and then they step on that one piece. Yeah. Then you hear it.
Michael, pick up your Legos.
Yeah, I find it funny. The Hogwarts Legacy thing is a very interesting thing because of all the hate that it's gotten. It just makes
I
more
still
and
have to
more
finish
people
it.
interesting. Yeah, I need to start it.
Well, for all the quote unquote hate, it's still pretty dang popular, and people are still
Mhm.
playing it, and it's
Yep.
still raking in. So the only one that's getting hate from is the nattering nabobs of negativity.
Yep.
I mean, if you don't like Hogwarts, okay, fine. If you're not a Harry Potter fan, fine.
And
you know.
I'm not a Harry
I
Potter fan,
know-
but I enjoyed
Oh,
for what I played so far.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know it also sounds mean, but remember, a lot of these media sites, they're happy to go after people that don't like their opinions. So you have every right to do a stream or a video or whatever talking about them. Yes, I know it gives them attention, but sometimes they deserve to be attacked, unfortunately, because they go after other people. You know, there's other stuff going on too, like the whole Metroid thing right now. And the same channels are going after the clips and saying, oh my gosh, this game is this. We've seen this before. You know, we were also worried about Indiana Jones because we saw this woman or thing or whatever the hell it looked like. I'm sorry to say, not sorry, but really, it doesn't turn out well. I mean, yeah, there was probably a little bit of an agenda and stuff, but really nothing.
Yeah, there's
really
a little hint that two characters were in a relationship, but they weren't your main characters.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But
I like the game because it felt like Indiana Jones. Yes, it took me longer than it should have for the last part to get through it, and that's my fault. It's not anyone else's fault.
It's just
you just didn't want to say goodbye to Tony Todd. That's all.
Yeah, it's just it's always easy to see somebody's working there, the way the person looks, whatever. It's like, oh no, this is a red flag, but it's usually what they say that can be the problem. That's why even people can hate me for this or not. I am a bit worried about Grand Theft Auto 6, and as being a big Rockstar fan, the things that I've heard from actual Rockstar, and just it's a little worrisome. And one thing other that I will always even promote on the Phantom Hooligans and my other channels is do not pay these prices because, or you feel like, are you sure you're getting enough out of this? Like if somebody told me, oh, would you buy a Nintendo Switch? I said, yeah, but I would get the bundle so you can save money on the game. So if you're going to buy the Switch or you're going to buy the Switch 2, then I would try to save money as much as possible. Because a lot of these games, unless you get them as a gift or something, I just don't think that they are worth it. A lot of these games, this includes PC, PS5, Xbox, all this stuff. I just don't think these games are worth it. And I think you should buy them for a deeper discount.
Yeah, or if you have Game Pass, try the game on Game Pass if it's available. Yes. Excuse me. It's like Marvel Cosmic Invasion. I recommend that game to anyone who has Game Pass. It's a fun 2D fighting game. Side-scrolling fighting game, and you guys know me. I like my side-scrolling fighting games, so of course I'm there. But Peta, I recommend that to you. I mean, that's a good way to test out games. Heck, you can even play the old Wolfenstein 3D on there now.
Oh yeah, the game. Oh, talk about a game that just changed everything, and it did.
Yeah. Yeah, man, why not? I mean, the thing is, like the Xbox Series X, I would tell people to buy that on sale. The PS5, I would tell people to buy that on sale. And as I said before, like if you're talking about a gaming stream, help people, save them money. Hey, you know what? These deals are happening. I mean, PC gamers are spoiled with deals all the time, and just make sure you've got enough hard drive space if you're going to install a lot of
Cash, the reason why we are spoiled with deals all the time is because it has always been said that the PC is the master race when it comes to gaming. Yes.
Yeah, we get new technology and some of these games don't even work. So, once
Well,
again, these are things you can always talk about. Since we're talking about things, on our channel, this is stuff that even if you're going to start a channel, you can talk about this.
My Hero Academia,
Mhm.
One's Justice 2,
Yep.
had such a hard time trying to get that game to work.
Yeah.
Where I actually had to look it up and find where somebody said, okay, if you're having a problem getting this game to work and you have an Intel processor, this is what you do. This is what you have to do in Windows. You have to go into Control Panel. You have to go into your command prompts, and you have to put in this particular prompt to get it to work.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. You have to do your research. Even when it comes to streaming, you have to do your research and find out what works best for you. I can't tell you, is OBS best for you? Is Streamlabs OBS best for you? No, that's something that you have to figure out, because it depends on how intensive you want to be when it comes to your live stream. Do you want something that's easy to set up, and if you pay for a plan that'll give you the different scenes for free, or do you want to be able to download different scenes and do it all yourself? It just depends on how much work you want to put into it. But that's another thing. It doesn't matter if it's a game stream. It doesn't matter if it's a live stream like this. You still have to put work into it.
Yes,
DJ knows
of course.
he's got to put work into his Monday show on a Thursday every week.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, that's what a lot of people don't do. They don't put out enough good messages. So be one of those people who does. If you have a stream, why not? Because why not help people? Because you can. And so that's why I get annoyed with people. They're like, oh, this game is worth $70. And I look at them, is it? Are you sure? Oh, well, it is to me. Well, that's great. But are you sure you're getting $70 worth of content? Well, I put 400 hours into this, as one person said about like Mario Kart World, some random person to me. I'm like, okay, that's great.
Cool,
but,
cool.
But do you really believe Mario Kart is worth $80? I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather save people money on these games and try to tell people that this stuff is worth $80. Now, what Nintendo decided to do, of course, is like, oh, well, we have this game for the Switch, like the new Mario or the new Metroid game, and then we're going to give you a Switch 2 edition. So that's $10. Now, is that good? Well, you can take it for how you want. You can find stuff on eBay. You can find stuff. But if you really don't feel this game is worth $70 and you're not giving $70 worth of content out of it, there's just other options out there. Like I've been playing Cosmic Invasion, Marvel Cosmic Invasion, and I think it's pretty good, but I think there could be more content, and so I hope they do add more. Because what I've played
even though that game isn't expensive, Cash,
no,
I still wouldn't pay its full price of $29.99.
Exactly.
I just wouldn't.
No. I'm not. I think something like Shinobi is worth more. I think you get more content. It's just also the replayability. The whole thing is go back and see why. Look at the 3DS, for example, and those games were $40, but you got $40 worth of content at least or more. And there's replayability. So a lot of what is happening to these companies now, not just you can look at it, oh, this scene, this dialogue, you have to always ask yourself, is this worth the money? Now, if you think it is, great. But I just don't believe a lot of this stuff is worth the money. And if you really like something and you're passionate about it, you're excited about it, then go with the deluxe edition, pay more money. I've done that too, because I know that this game is going to be good or whatever. Yeah, I mean, that's why Lorenzo, the Atari 2600, that's why they still have collections and stuff, because people still want to play those games because they can be fun, like Jungle Hunt and Pitfall. But even like Nintendo took Pitfall.
Frogger. Don't forget Frogger.
Frogger, yes. Frogger has, I think, been advanced too. But Pitfall, yeah, E.T.
All right.
Dang it,
youngster. Don't you ever bring that game up again.
Help! I'm being repressed.
No, you're not. Hey, we haven't done that in a while. Come on.
The thing is, like, and this, all goes
I'm
connected.
trying to find the clip. Where's that clip? Where's that clip?
What we've been talking about. Once again, keep enough people don't put out good messages. So put out good messages. I think this game is worth this. Like, if you have problems with the PS5 and people do talk about this stuff, but even after your stream, let people know, like, why do you want to buy a PS5? Do you feel what are you going to get out of it? Now with Mike, as I've said before,
My PS4 was dying.
So, and as long as he can play his PS4 games on there, great. But a lot of these consoles are just not very exciting anymore. And when people tell you they are, you ask them what's exciting. Okay, you got a few games. Well, guess what? On the PS4, you had at least over 30 or so exclusive games, and they were better. I would say. And then you also have the PS3 and the PS2. And the PS2 had a lot of great games. So,
the PS2 is the best-selling console of all time.
Yep. So what the detractors will say all the time is, oh, it's COVID. It's this and that. Well, when do the excuses stop? When does the more of the greatness or something that you really feel like, hey, I paid full price for this game. I really got my money's worth. For example, Bloodborne.
It needs to
I think that's a full price game.
When it comes to gaming, it's charging full price for a digital copy of a game when there's no overhead involved.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
And I know there are going to be people that are saying, well, how come I had to pay this much for the physical copy and you paid that much for the digital copy? Well, because with the physical copy, you have that overhead.
Yep.
Right. You got printing into the disc or whatever. Then you got the packaging. Then you got the artwork for the packaging. Then you got to ship it out. So you have the transportation fees. It gets to the stores. Yeah, and then the stores want their cut, obviously, because that's part of the business. And then voila, that's just the nature of the beast.
Yep.
And Lorenzo, let me ask you this, Lorenzo. Because you're getting back into the 2600 and 7800 Atari systems and the games, is that something when you're able to that you would like to talk about on your channel? Because I know there would be people that would tune in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And
I mean,
that's yep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
well, I mean, because I know they got those new systems out now that play both the Atari 26 and the 52. That they have out there, and I'm sure they got the cord that you can hook right on in, and blah blah. You can go right off of those.
I'm sure you can plug in your old Atari controller, Baron, and
yeah, you can. It's just like the old Ataris.
Yep.
But
I can plug in a Genesis controller.
Yeah, you can probably.
I'm not joking.
Yeah. I know you're not.
And then you've got the people out there, of course, who are like, oh, it's just because of nostalgia. It's like, no, these games were not just nostalgia. They were really freaking good. They had really interesting characters. You could tell there was a lot of heart, passion, and soul put into this stuff.
Except for E.T.
Yes.
That was just one that got. And Empire Strikes Back. That wasn't any better.
I like that game. I got that game.
It was
so many AT-ATs.
It was better than E.T.,
man.
but that's not.
See, now you see the disagreement here between me and Mike.
No, we're not always going to agree, Baron.
No. But I like that game though.
I think it's good even on your channel. You want to play like retro games. Play some retro games. Play Sega Genesis. Play NES. If there's some problem with
if you have a Switch or Switch 2, you're able to do that with those games.
Yep.
Or if you want to play directly from the original source, the consoles, do it.
I would also tell you, like, the best deal right now is not the Xbox, PlayStation Plus, it's the Nintendo, and they're finally putting GameCube games. Look, say what you want about the Switch 2, but at least you finally have access to GameCube games for $50 for the year, and then all that other stuff. You got the Sega Genesis games if you want to play them, and they got a pretty dang good list of games. And once again, it's like you can play all this stuff while you're streaming and then talk about other stuff. But the messages that I feel that people should continue to put on their streams and not just have a channel and like, oh, it's just about PS5 or this and that, is that play a lot of these games and show people why this stuff is really good and break down things about the game and what you like about it, what you don't like about it. That's why a lot of these news sites and these media sites, what was more interesting about them is they would actually break down the game. Some of them do, but when you see views and even you see people even on stream will say things like, oh, it's a Pokemon game, it has too much water, and I know that'll live in infamy basically, but those are silly things for people that are supposed to know a lot about this IP or whatever.
Well, you know a game I would like to try to beat on stream, because I've never beaten it, and I've only gotten to the 5th level a couple times. Battletoad.
Yeah,
the original NES Battletoads.
Yeah, the game's brutal, but it's supposed to be. It's pretty brutal. Yeah.
But yet you got through Cuphead.
Yep, I did. I did.
Yeah.
That's a pretty brutal game in itself, and there's nothing.
Oh, hell yeah!
Black Myth Wukong. I love that game, but last night I discovered a glitch when I was fighting a boss, and he goes into his wind mode.
Yeah,
where he's a storm, and I was trying to use the stone that I had, and there were times when I used the stone where I couldn't attack. I was pressing the buttons and I couldn't attack. It's like, what's going on here? This isn't right. This shouldn't be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I should still be able to attack. So that's why I switched to Marvel Cosmic Invasion. I was about to call it Comic Invasion, but that's not right.
That sounds better, actually.
Yep. But that's another thing I may be doing in the future too. Everybody is, if there's something not going right in the game, or maybe I'm just not feeling the particular game I have scheduled that night, I might switch to another game.
Yep, and if it's a player game, yeah, and you want to, join up, then ask the person, and if they're like, no, I don't want to, maybe another day they will, though.
But see, another thing of asking somebody. I know a lot of us, we have to get to know you first.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We're not just going to let you in from day one.
No. Look, even that person with State Decay 2, when that person was like, oh, we'll join you, I'll give you free stuff. It's like, but we don't really know you. Like, it's nothing personal, but we don't know you.
Yeah.
And we did explain that. It's nothing personal. We're only just meeting you. We don't know you. We don't want to take a chance. Heck, I was streaming with Chaos one time on his channel, and he and I were playing State of Decay 2, and we had somebody come in, and a similar situation happened, and Chaos asked me privately, should we let them in? I said, we don't know them. We don't know what they're going to do. Mm-hmm. We don't know what their true agenda is.
Right. Well, back in my old drinking days and all that stuff, you learn, when they're starting to say, oh, we'll give you things and all that. It's like, yeah, you learn because, how many pool sharks are out there, or dart sharks, that, well, hey, let's play a game, have a friendly game here going on. And they let you do well. And they go, hey, want to play for $20? It's like, no.
I mean, think about it. Open panels. As fun as open panels were, we know somebody who had an issue. With his own open panels.
Yep.
Yeah, with Dachshund showing up, using cloaking words here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, as fun as the open panels were, there were some issues.
Yes.
Issues that I had to address.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to bring them back anytime soon.
Yep.
I don't want them back anytime soon. No offense.
No.
No,
but I like inviting people.
None taken.
Yeah.
If you do what Pops did, or a few other people have done it too, or they're in the chat and we know them, and they say, "Hey, can I hop on because I have something to add to this topic that you guys are talking about?" Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, I'll send you the link unless I know that we're pressed for time. It's like, I'd love to have you on Can we take a rain check on that? I'll get you on the next episode.
Well, it's just like yep.
Yeah, like Padawan. Can I come on? Can I come on? Nope.
Well, it's
just
like
kidding,
that time,
Patty. Just kidding, Patty.
that time this year where we tried to get 24 on. He was trying to get on, but he was having a hard time because of StreamYards. StreamYards was messing up his system. So we said, okay, fine. Do you want to come on this Wednesday? Because that was a Sunday show that happened. Do you want to come on this Wednesday? Yeah. So I sent him the link for the Wednesday show, and he was on. And he's been on
a
couple other times.
It's like Helldivers 2 and stuff. Like what put me off of that game really put me off. It's like, oh, you want to play sometimes is because Mike couldn't get on. It's like, oh, well, we're building our team or whatever, and Mike can't get on at the time. Well, what's going on? Oh, it must be because Mike has too much RAM or Mike. Okay, maybe that's a possibility. I don't know, but I doubt it. I just think that these games are just not. That's another problem is the optimization, and that's something you can always talk about on stream.
Well, not only that, I had to find a back door to actually get into a game on Helldivers, and that back door, I'm going to let everybody know what that back door is. I'm not going to hide it from them. If you can't get joined up with your friends in game, and you're friends with them on Steam, because unfortunately, this applies to Steam and Steam only. Then click onto your friend's name and right click it and then click on to join game. That's how I was able to get in when I played with Duz and Shane that time.
You know what? I feel like I have to do this, Mike.
But if you learn something about a game, a movie, a television show, or anything that you're passionate about, you want to share it with an audience, then do it.
That's right.
But don't just rely on YouTube.
No. Take advantage of, even though Twitch has its problems, probably more problems potentially than YouTube, but it's probably a toss-up. There's Rumble and there's Twitch and there's other stuff. It just depends. If you're doing live streams, stream them on all of them, on all the platforms that you're available. The nice thing we found out recently is that Rumble Studios can hook you up. So you don't have to use stuff like Restream. And that's another thing you can talk about on streams too. Hey, I found something better, if you're just willing to try it. So, yeah.
And I want to address this one personally. Pat, I was able to pick up F1 during the Black Friday sale. And as far as F1 is concerned, brother, that is going to be our first movie for January.
Woo!
So it is going to be a watch party. And I've watched a few minutes of it. I haven't watched it all, just a few minutes. And I'm liking what I'm seeing so far.
Very good. Fortunately, the budget was a little bit high, and that's another another thing.
Yeah, that's another topic we discussed.
On stream, you want to talk about these budgets. It's these budgets are causing problems. It's a big deal, and so they're not making the money back. And the other thing is, and the reason that people talk about this, and you can talk about this on your stream too, the arrogance and the attitudes. It's just like when people come on stream, the companies, the things that they say, how much better they think they are than these other people. It's crazy. It's all crazy. Talk about a show that you used to like and what happened to it. There's all kinds of stuff on streaming that you can talk about.
Again, you're talking about a show that you like. That's another reason for the Adventure Continues is talk about the Star Trek that we like, that we enjoy, that we can still sit back and watch the episodes and still get enjoyment out of it, or even watch episodes like Move Along Home and say, it's not a terrible episode. It's not the greatest episode either, but it's not a terrible episode, but it completely misses the landing.
Yep.
It face plants.
But, this is part where, I'm not going to be giving advice here on how to become the multimillionaire YouTuber.
I can't either.
Or what?
No.
So, but what I can sit back and say is how to become a good YouTuber, right? And I wish I could slap some of the people that we know out there that have some streams, and they're big time. They're friends of ours. I'm not going to name names, but I just wish I could sit down with them and say, hey, listen, do this instead of what you're doing now. And what I'm saying about that is you know what? We have enough of the quote unquote negative, how horrible pop culture is, how this sucks,
Right.
so on and so forth. If you get a passion, right, and you don't like the new stuff, say you don't like the new Star Wars. Well, start up a channel that talks about the old Star Wars, the EU,
Exactly.
or elements of that. Talk about the old Doctor Who, maybe the new adventure books, which I wasn't a fan of, but still, talk about that, the classics of what built up the Empire, and the same thing with Star Trek. You don't like Kurtzman, but there's so much Star Trek or whatever subject, maybe obscure television show of science fiction that people might not know, like the ABC, Australian ABC, that is, show from the 1960s called The Strangers, or maybe Moonbase 3 that BBC did, that some of the creators of
Or talk about the show Automan.
Automan, right. Yeah, I mean, I love that show. I mean, you go for some of the stuff. If you want to drive a point that about modern day stuff, well, do it by talking about the old stuff. Don't let it be forgotten.
Right.
If you were there and you thought it was great and you want to share it, you just discovered now. It's like, and you're going in the binge of these old stuff. Talk about it, right? You don't necessarily have to go out there with the negativity. In fact, try to stay away from that at all. You bring what you're trying to do is bring a history. Because again, like Pops is saying, maybe down the road, you're not streaming or something happens or whatnot, but your old stuff are there and is a time capsule and a history lesson. So
because unfortunately we have lost some people who we used to watch, and what's left of their legacy on any platform is what they did.
Yeah, Clobby, Burn 5, yeah. A few of these others, and yeah, it's nice that they have those going out there. We don't know.
I know Stream Elements has added a few new features. I'm gonna have to go in there after the stream and see what's engaged as far as spam and other things.
Mike's gonna
and what I'm gonna probably end up doing is just disabling it all.
Right.
Because it's gotten ridiculous.
It has. It's ridiculous. But it doesn't necessarily need to be around the pulp culture. Talk about books that you might like, or what you think people might like. And it doesn't even need to be science fiction fantasy. It's what you have passion for. You don't like what's coming out with the new crop of authors? Well, it's a perfect opportunity to introduce you to people out there, that have been out there, before. They help build whatever it is that the genre you're in. Like Martha Graves or whatever with for mystery. If you don't want to go with Agatha Christie or the others, say you love Sherlock Holmes. Well, hey.
Yeah, it won't even let me bring Pata back in. So Pata, that's on Stream Elements. It wasn't me.
Hey,
I'm gonna go into the Stream Elements spot after the stream, or even tomorrow before the game stream, and see what's going on. And
maybe if you went to Cash's or my channel, maybe you'll be able to get in.
Yeah, maybe.
He can. And also, I just made Pat a moderator to see if that will solve the problem. But it's ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Stream Elements.
Right.
I'm not. Tell you what, I'm not going to wait. This is on my nerve.
Well, while you do that, I'll talk to those cats want to finally.
I'm going to mute myself because I'm going to be cursing.
Well, yeah, I haven't. All right.
We like it when you curse.
That's right. It's fun.
But yeah, I mean, those are the things.
I'm going to be saying a few colorful metaphors.
I'm sure you will.
Oh, he says I'm here.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, Patty's back. Good. Despite my best efforts, he came back. Okay. I got to do better next time. But no.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people.
We like that. We like that.
The other thing is that there's a lot of topics out there that people won't touch, and like I'm not saying you need to be gross or anything like that, but just you have a channel, talk about a lot of this other stuff. Yes, it's fine to talk about pop culture and what happened to Disney, and is Disney stupid today, or is Disney not stupid, or is these other companies whatever.
They're stupid.
I read that stuff too, but yeah. But you can talk about the old stuff. I mean, one thing that I probably at some point will talk about is what the hell has happened to PBS. A lot of it, just a lot of the direction. It's just, this used to be great for kids, and it's just a lot. Even their news is just, it's so, a lot of it is so bad. But yeah, just not to, I'm sure, certain people, but no, it's just there's a lot of stuff that used to be really great, and now it's just been torn to shreds, or it's just not. And other people say, "Oh, it's just not the way you want." It's like, no, but it's just like words like woke and other stuff. Like a lot of things can just be overused. But the reason that a lot of this stuff happened is because they would put these characters in there. They put this stuff in the store. And this is why more and more people talk about it. But as you know, a lot of the bigger channels, what they love to talk about is something that, of course, is trending. Oh, this is trending about this game or this and that. The latest stuff, of course, is either Metroid or of course, Assassin's Creed, which the Assassin's Creed, I understand. The Metroid thing is kind of like, are you ever going to play this, or did you just see a clip and go crazy? And look, the reason, of course, that happens with a lot of people is...
I'm just sharing my screen real quick to show everybody that it had these new settings engaged along with some of these. I just disabled it all for now.
Good. But yeah, they just... It's a lot...
now.
It's a lot of stuff out there, and so like it's easy to always jump on things. There's some you can also talk about if you have a stream or whatever. Why are people jumping on things so quickly? Well, it's just easy to do because you're just like, are they really going in this direction? And things haven't come out, but it's because of what these companies are saying that are always worrying people, and that's why it's good that there's information out there.
Also,
but then there's
some people will jump onto a particular topic because it's the it topic, and they know the algorithm's gonna pick up on it, and maybe they'll get views, maybe they won't.
Yeah. Exactly. They may get views, they may not. And there's obviously other people out there. It's like, oh, if I talk about this, or I do shorts, or I do that, that doesn't mean anything. It just means that, maybe the short will pick up, maybe this. Look, some people also go out there and it's not illegal. They want to buy subs or thing. If you're going to spend money on YouTube, this is what I would always tell people. Find a video that is already starting to get popular and spend money for the month or whatever to help promote that video more. That's a good way to at least probably spend money on YouTube. Or
YouTube does offer an ability to promote your channel, promote your video with YouTube itself. It's not some scammer or spammers saying, I can help your channel grow and get you the followers and subscribers that you need, the likes that you need. No, it's through YouTube themselves, because I've used it a couple times to help promote a couple of videos.
Oh, you're talking about the Nigerian Prince Squad? Yeah.
Well, listen, Baron, I know it was convincing when the princess said that she could help you, but come on, man. I thought you were better than that. You heard the word princess, and you saw the word princess, and you went, princess.
Well, I said prince, not princess. I'm excited about
But this was a princess who contacted you, not a prince. You wouldn't answer the prince, so they sent the princess. Come on, man. Play along, man. He never plays along.
I don't play well with others.
No, he doesn't. I mean, Cash could attest to that. He'll never do.
Yeah. He's tired of me.
But yeah, I mean, don't give up. I know it's frustrating. I get it. I know it's real frustrating to think, nobody cares. Nobody's going to want to hear what I have to say. Nobody's going to want to watch your content. You'll find your audience. It's hard. It's very hard. There are times where you can put keywords in your description and in the SEO, and the video will get picked up by the algorithm. There are times you don't put keywords in, and your video gets picked up by the algorithm. Sometimes it's the title. Sometimes your title has to be the thing that draws people to the stream. But most importantly, it has to be you.
Yes.
Right. Don't try to look like clickbait either.
Yeah, you don't have to put out clickbait titles. I know people do it. We even know people who do it. But...
Is Baron leaving Pop Talk? Is Cash becoming the second in command?
Hey, we should do something like that one time, just for April Fools.
April Fools. That's on a Wednesday next year.
Oh, are we gonna have fun?
Yeah.
That's great.
Come on, you got to think ahead. So yes. April Fool's Day, that'd be the perfect day for a title like that. A joke title. It's not serious.
No, it's just
every day.
No, it just I can see a certain person starting with a P. Sorry. Oh, I said, yep. They finally did it, Phil. It's fine though.
We can't forget the glowing eye. You gotta have the glowing eyes, dude.
It started on angry old fans, and then it started happening on Pop Talk. Well, one of them is no longer here, and you know what he said? I mean, yeah, it'd be all in joke books. It'd be all in fun and laughter, but it'd be for
don't go all War of the Worlds on us. That's all I gotta say.
Yes.
What? But there were Martians invading, Baron. Come on.
Come on, man. Come on.
No one's supposed to know.
But see, even here tonight, we're having fun. We're joking. We're laughing. But we're also being serious. And that's all the advice that we can give to you is, have fun. Laugh. Be serious when you need to be serious. Or if you want your stream to be completely serious, fine. Do what makes you happy.
Yeah, and if
I like to laugh.
There's also groups. Yay. If there's groups that allow you to promote either in Discord or on Twix or whatever, take advantage of it if you want to, because it's nice that people allow them to do that. And if the channel doesn't, don't message the person. Be like, hey, if you know the person, maybe, but if they don't have a channel anymore for you to promote, then, that's fine. That's what they want to do. And, I think all these, especially if a streamer should have a channel to allow people to promote. It just makes sense. But
I have one on X. I don't care what you promote for your channel. You can go ahead and put your channel link in there. Promote it.
Hey, you took all my stuff about snake oil off of there. Don't say anything.
Because you're a snake oil salesman, Baron, and I don't like snake oil salesmen.
But I was making a good profit on that, man. It's because I'm in financial ruin. I just want to let you know that. It's all on you.
Here, I thought it was Cash.
Well, you can't. Cash doesn't have a group like that, and I don't think he'd let anybody put in there. It'd be all about him.
Yeah, right. Sure.
It'd be all about chins.
Yeah, no.
And, another thing, speaking of groups like on X or on Discord, I don't care if you're active in the group. I don't care if you're inactive. the reason why you were invited to the group is because you A, have been on a stream, or B, maybe I've got to know you somewhere else and I've invited you there. You don't have to stay. No one's obligated to stay.
Right.
Oh,
You're
okay.
invited because you're cool. Okay, yeah. See you, Varen. Catch you on the flip side.
On the flip side, yeah.
So yeah, if someone doesn't want to join a group, I mean, heck, I can remember when Cash and I first met. And I tried inviting him to my Discord. Oh, I don't know, man. I'm in so many Discords.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Especially when we did the secret group that doesn't get used no more. I got so many Discords. I don't know.
Do I really want to join another Discord?
It's true, man. I didn't want to.
We're not lying.
I'm not lying. I'm letting them know exactly what you said.
I don't feel bad about that. It's just because of some bad experiences that I've had. So it's just like, I don't know. I've been in a lot of Discords, so I'm in a lot right now.
You are Discord. You are a Discord to society.
See, I joke with Cash that you met me, but fuck no, I don't want to be in this guy's Discord. He's weird.
My favorite one was still when Baron's like, "Oh, you're still playing this game?" "Yes, Baron. Yes, I am."
You're bringing that up again, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Well, remember, he had to reset everything, so he didn't hear that part.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
yeah.
Too funny.
Yeah. Yes,
that was the best.
I'm
yes,
still playing
Baron.
the game.
I'm still playing the game, Baron. Oh, you still
he
playing
was
the game?
mad at me.
Yeah, he was.
mad at me.
Hilarious.
And I can't remember who was in the chat with me, and they said, I was going to see something. After that, I was going to keep my mouth
We tried to, Baron also and I tried to get Mike to curse more on stream when he was playing Alien Isolation. He's like, no, I'm not going to do that.
That last part, I muted myself during that whole recording.
I'm not going to do that with a voiceover because I'm going to be cussing and swearing because it's so hard. So
Good.
It's going to be one without any commentary. And we're going,
right.
No, that's what we want.
Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, they still bring it up, and
Baron was poking Mike. Come on, do stuff. Curse, come on.
It's like that stick figure, and I know folks have seen it as a meme where it's going, do something already.
Come on. Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes to get us to do something, you gotta, poke us with a stick. Come on, do it.
It's just funny because sometimes I've been in there and I can already tell like Mike is so frustrated by the game. It's like, oh, I could say something right now, but he's going to get really pissed off. It's going to be great. But it's just because we've all been there. Because when you're on stream, maybe you wanted to go crazy and play Uncharted 4. And you're like, oh, I'll play on the crushing difficulty. And you're on this one part and you're dying like 50,000 times because you're playing on a really hard difficulty. You're like, I don't care. Let's go again. And certain people do enjoy your pain, your pain. But yeah, it's just been funny when Mike's been playing a game. He's like, fucking game is a piece of shit. I'm sure with like Russell Quest, he was like, when is this fucking game gonna end?
This is me when I'm getting pissed off at a game.
Do you see what happens, Larry, when you fuck a stranger in the ass? What happens?
Yeah, but there are, people out there who want to make it like when he was playing Alien Isolation. Hey, Mike, if you do this. Hey, Mike, if you do this. There were some people when he was playing Half-Life. Hey, Mike, you should do this. And I know they're trying to help, but, I can already tell that Mike's probably getting a bit frustrated by this because he's new to a lot of this stuff.
I keep on going, hey, Mike, don't die. That'll help. Just don't die.
I can't promise that. That's one thing I can't promise that I'll change going for the rest of this year or even into 2026.
I remember, I think I remember one time, I think when I was playing the end of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, I think I said the fuck at least a few times. I think one time I probably yelled it a bit loud too.
You did. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not saying
But
nothing.
I had to figure it out, and I did, and I beat that game, and yeah.
That's when you go in there and poke the stick at him.
Yeah. I just.
Hey, Cash,
yeah.
What I can tell you, unless I want to find out how many.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Yo!
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
But I can tell you this, and I'll tell people again on my own stream another day. But throwing your controller, getting mad, cursing, unfortunately, it doesn't help. It feels like the game is laughing at you, and some of these games actually do laugh at you. Because the people who made this stuff want you to know that you didn't beat it.
You lost to the boss.
It's just like the scene in the original Jurassic Park. You didn't say the magic word.
Well, thank you for that, Lady Mist. I appreciate that.
Hey, you're entertaining one person.
And Pata says, damn this game. Okay, just do it. Come on, game. Just do the thing. I'm pushing the button. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Last night when I was playing Black Myth Wukong and I was using that one magic ability, and it made it where every time I tried to press the buttons, it wasn't doing anything. It's like, okay, come on, game. Come on. The controller's plugged in. It's working fine. What's going on here? Come on.
Yep. Hey,
And it's good to see Gary over on the Rumble side.
Rumble. And Raquel.
Yeah, that dog and duck hunt.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Raquel. Good to see you.
Thanks for the like.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that was. If you could shoot the dog with the. In the game, you do.
Are you kidding? I would point the light gun at the screen. Ready to go. Oops! Somebody had to put that dog down.
Yeah, I'm not Christy Gnome. I'm not talking. We're talking about a video game here. Okay.
And actually,
we're talking about Duck Hunt.
Whack whack. Jack.
No, that's where it's attacked. Barrett.
Yeah, but notice the language is similar. I think the ducks are in on it.
Maybe. But no, when you're playing a game, you get frustrated. There are times you just gotta put the game down. Even I've had to do that. I might be cursing, going out in speeds. Hey, Mike, shut up, Aaron.
Oh yeah, they are. The Batman games definitely are Padawannabe. You're playing that, they want to laugh at you. I know why they do that though. It makes sense.
Oh, the Arkham series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when you have Harley, taunt you, you have the Joker taunt you, or Riddler.
Yeah, I know. I love that. I love
and,
that.
Another thing is, like, if you're on stream, like, you can play a game on easy mode, fine. But here's the problem, okay? This is the problem that the three of us will probably run into, is that the people that are enjoying it, they're not, they are saying, it's not, they don't feel there's much of a challenge. And this is why people message each other and say, hey, you're not. So why not play the game on normal? All right, you start on easy. Hey, I'm playing on easy. I know people said, oh, I did it for the story, whatever. Fine. Yeah, exactly. And
what's great is you covered up cash.
It did. And it's just fine to do that, but you should play the game on normal. Start on easy. Normal, I think, is respectable. I really do. And we've had some people that tell us that easy, just like somebody backseat gaming that Mike and I have actually seen on another stream, where they're telling this person what to do and they're fine with it. I just don't think that's very good entertainment for a gaming stream. I just don't.
Well, sometimes for some game, just in the very beginning when I first get it, whatever, I do put it on easy mode just to get the feel of, okay, what's going on. Okay, now I know, like a little training session, because someone's, you got to do some training,
Exactly.
and then it's like, okay, now we can go notch it up. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, they don't come with manuals no more.
No.
So you got to.
No, you have to find it online or something else. Yeah, exactly.
Right. And just play a little bit on that easy mode just to get the feel. And okay, this is how it goes. Okay, fine. Let's start the game over on.
But if you want to play something with some difficulty, I mean, it did take us a while to beat it, and Cash was the last man standing by the time all was said and done. But it was Broforce.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Broforce was pretty rough, but it was still a doable game. And that's why. And we've told people like Paul this. Like this is actually, we told him on stream. It's like, dude, if you want to, if he ever comes back to doing his streaming or wants to play a game, it's just like, dude, go for it, man. You obviously have the drive to play on a hard difficulty, so either do that or play on normal. You can play on easy, and we know other people play on easy fine, but I just feel like you use that as a learning tool. As you're like, okay, I figured this game out on easy. Now I want to go to a harder difficulty. Now,
or you could be like me with Half-Life and not even go through the tutorial, just jump right in the deep end. And
you can. That's For
and that's why Cash keeps on going. Oh, I want to tell you what to do.
I can't do it, man. I can't tell him what to do. He's got to learn for himself.
But
unless he really was asking people, hey, can I get some help or something, And I know some people were volunteering to say, hey, do this, but Mike kept running past the button. I'm like, come on, click the button. No, he kept running past the button in that one room. Click the button. Come on, Mike.
Mike, click the button, you I know that's what you were doing. Cash.
Click the button, man. It's okay. You keep running past it. You
keep running past the button, you dipshit. That's what you were saying. That's what you were saying.
Click the button, Mike. Okay.
He's not clicking the button. What is your problem, Mike?
My favorite one is Mike's like, it's time to Rambo. And I'm like, no, dude, those Marines are going to kill you in the game. No, don't do that. You can't do that. It's not going to work. Don't do that.
Come on, man. It's in my blood, man.
I know.
Stealth is optional. You know that. Stealth is optional here.
He wants to be the tank.
Yeah, I know. He does. It's like, no, you can't do that.
Which means he should be playing the dwarf in Vermintide.
Right. Yeah. I mean, sure. And you can set it up. My favorite one was Mike when he saved and he's like got 16 health and I'm like over and over again of the Marines killing him or something. I'm like, yeah, Mike, I've tried that in the past too. It doesn't work very well.
What can I say? I'm my own dude. So everyone else goes by their own beat. Well, I do too. Yep. And some follow the beat of other people, and that works for them.
Yep.
But I've always been my own person.
Yep. But
he's got to be him.
It's just like when Mike plays stealth, he's like, no, stealth is optional. Okay, that's fine, Mike. But if you don't do stealth in this situation, you're going to get yourself in more trouble. It's okay. Let's go. All right. Well, let's see how long this lasts.
Speaking of a game that requires stealth, I actually did finally pick it up again after 2 years.
Oh.
And all the patch updates that game has received. Metal Gear Solid from the Metal Gear Solid collection.
Do you think it's worth? I haven't seen it again for $30. I think
it was working a hell of a lot better.
Really? So you think buying that again? You think for $44 would be a good price then?
I don't think that's a bad price.
Yeah, it's not. It's not too bad. All right.
But I would wait because the winter sale is going to be coming up in a couple of weeks and.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
wait and see what you can get it on the winter sale. And again, I know we brought it up earlier, but if you have something like Steam or you're on console, wait until they have different sales.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if it's a game that you want to play on stream, wait for it to go on sale, or go to something like Loaded or Fanatical and try to get it at a discount.
Yeah, that's what I saw on Fanatical for $44. But I mean, I guess I could wait for the winter sale and see if it'll possible.
That's up to you. I'm not going to tell you, hey, Cash, pull the trigger, Cash. Pull it now.
Well, just to let people know right now,
Cash,
can't do it.
Pull the trigger. This is the Colonel. Tell you to pull the trigger.
I picked up, and I'll tell you guys also this is something else you can talk about on the stream. Like, if the game is worth it and you can mod it, buy it again. But I recommend buying it for a cheaper price.
Mm-hmm. And I do want to talk about Pattis coming here with his Formula One game.
Mm-hmm.
He takes pride in turning off the assistant, bumping up the difficulty, or adding more simulation options. Yeah, I mean, you got to play the game the way you want to play it.
Okay, we're talking about sales, by the way, and our friends out there might want to play with us on some games.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Tide is currently $10 on Steam.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Space Marine 2 is $24. I'm just rounding up that 1 cent. So that's out there. I'm looking to see about Vermintide 2. The first Vermintide. Oh no, Vermintide 2. Okay. Vermintide 2 is $1.50.
Nice.
1.50 right now.
$1.50 right now.
$1.50. Yeah.
I would buy.
I gotta check this out
I don't
for
know.
myself.
I don't think.
Go right ahead. Go look on Steam.
I looked
up Warhammer, and you'll know I'm not BSing you, man.
I looked into this before for Dark Tide.
No. I'm checking. I'm checking it out. I'm checking it out.
I looked into this for Dark Tide, and they say there's kind of a problem where you're trying to transfer your account from Game Pass to Steam, and I'm like,
oh.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I played it on Game Pass.
Yeah.
And then I got it on Steam, and
Bear was able to transfer his stuff.
Not Dark Tide.
Not Dark Tide though. Not from what I read. It's
No.
tricky.
I started from the beginning again, so.
Oh, you just started.
It bothered me.
Oh, okay.
I got
that information wrong. Sorry.
And stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, nothing transferred over, so it's like brand spanking new. So, but it didn't bother me. After doing I got a clean start.
Yeah.
So.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, we learned so
yeah,
much.
you're right. It is $1.50.
Nice.
Would I lie to you? Would I lie to you?
Yes.
Hey, you want to join us for Vermintide 2? $1.50, folks. I don't know how long, but $1.50. Yep.
Yeah, we've had.
Yep. No Loch Ness Monster here.
Yeah, we learned.
Him.
That's another thing that you can talk about too, like what you've learned on your stream about gaming, what you learned from Vermintide, and if you can't get past that one level yet, that difficulty level, then stay on the other one until you can. The weird thing is with stuff like Vermintide, they tell you, oh, your rank or whatever is high enough, then you should be able to handle it. And then you go in there.
Not necessarily.
It's not, the case always. So.
No, and make sure if you're playing with a friend, that friend doesn't decide to be the dwarf. And we use the term the dwarf because we played Vermintide too. And, if you have a friend who's a dwarf and jumps ahead of the group and you're on the verge of winning and you lose because of that, I don't know what to tell you.
We had a Dark Tide game.
Yeah,
we had a Dark Tide game before, and if a certain person didn't run off, we would have won that round. Not you, your daughter.
That's right. Well, you always.
I was just going to say it's Spawn.
That's Spawn. That's better.
And it was funny because we would have won if some people didn't run off, unfortunately. But it can happen.
Yeah,
but Dark Tide was.
I'm guilty too when we've been playing games that I get too caught up in the game. It's like, oh shit, we're dead.
Dark Tide was fun. There were times that we played it too many weeks or Vermintide for too many weeks, and then you get burned out. You're like, oh, we've played this so much. But if there's a big goal that you want, if there's a big goal, then it can be worth it. So, but one thing also on streaming talk about is why can't there be more games that have co-op in them, online co-op? That would be nice. There's a number of them, but there could be a lot more. And there's certain games that should have co-op and they don't. and that is disappointing. So.
Yeah.
And, if you're playing a game and the game that they release isn't quite the game that was hyped up, well, then talk about it.
Yep.
We do.
But is there anything else you guys want to touch up on?
No.
We covered a lot tonight. So.
We covered a lot, yeah. We covered a lot.
All right. So at this time, gentlemen, I would like you to promote yourselves. What's coming up in the future?
Well, we've got we were hoping, unfortunately, Baron had a lot going on this week, so we weren't able to do Cranky Old Fans.
Sorry about that, folks.
It's all good. Things happen. And so next week we should be back with episode 12 of season 2. So we got that coming up, and that will always be at Tuesday. It'll be on Tuesday at 8:00 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 10 p.m. Central. So unless we ever change the day, and we'll let people know about that. Also, I need to put some more stuff in the schedule and some other stuff going on. But right now, just still working on just getting stuff back to getting things together. I think we should be good next Friday for the Emperor, as long as everything is not a problem.
For the Emperor!
Yep. I know the Emperor's been impatient. I actually, the only thing is, unfortunately, maybe
yes,
if
sir,
I use,
sir.
unfortunately, I'm going to have to see how it goes with the laptop. The thing is that, and I've talked to Baron about this, if we can't play this, we can always play Vermintide or Darktide or some other stuff that we have. I would really like to play Space Marine 2, but they're not joking. Yeah.
Cash.
Mm-hmm.
I've told you about something that might help your multi-streaming.
Yeah, no, I know that. No, it's not that. It's just the whole thing having Space Marine 2 on the laptop and seeing if that's going to work out, because I haven't messed with the whole. I would have rather, because here's the thing, Mike, as we talked about before, the game ran well on high settings before on the older computer, and now it's telling me to go to hell, basically. So,
well, that's what a patch update does.
Yeah. So it's the same thing that happened with Marvel Rivals. Like I'm going to have to figure out for now if it's actually doable to actually run it on the laptop. It should be, but I don't know, because I've always been used to running this on the desktop, this stuff. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to have to
I used to run OBS and Streamlabs on a laptop before I got my desktop.
That's good. So I'll have to mess with that and install OBS Studio and see what I can do with that. But hopefully that'll work out. And then, of course, Mike and I, maybe Monday, we'll see. We got to get back to Evil Ways.
We got to get back on our horses there, partner. We got someone by the name of Felicity who's a vampire, and she's trying to take over the country. Well, we got to get on our horses and get rid of her and her men before things get really out of hand.
That's right. So, yeah, I'm hoping everything will work with the Space Marine 2 on the laptop. I'll have to test some things. The game runs great, which is awesome. I get a lot of frames per second because I know that game is very heavily intense CPU. So you need a pretty beefy CPU to run that game well. So if that all goes fine, then we'll be able to do that on the laptop for a few hours. So hopefully it will. But basically, the Rumble channel is still going to be my backup for Cash Money Madness on Rumble. The Twitch channel is only going to be used for live stream because that's all you can do on Twitch is live stream. So if I do a game, then thank goodness for the Rumble Studio, and I'm glad that actually works well. So that's good because you can't use Rumble on restreams. But yeah, so
unfortunately, the only thing that you can do with Restream is get the RTMP. And you get the URL, copy the stream key, and do it that way. That's why, that's why I told you about Rumble Studio.
Mm-hmm.
Is setting it up that way, because then all you'd have to do, and this is for anyone else who's looking for an alternative way of getting their streams on more than one platform without having to pay. Is if you use Rumble Studio, of course, Rumble's going to be the primary because it's their thing, but you can connect your YouTube channel, your Twitch channel, or X if you're paying for X, or you have the blue check mark to stream over there. But you can set it up where those particular accounts are connected to it, and you can stream via Rumble Studio. If you're doing a game in particular, you can copy the URL and the stream key into your slob settings or your OBS settings, and you're good to go. And you can also use Rumble Studio for doing live streams.
Yep. So I just have to make sure all that runs well. If it does, then there shouldn't be any problems with live streams. Some of the funny thing, even with this old desktop for now, it can run a lot, but now it's getting to the point because the video card is gotten older. I'd say it's about 10 years old or something now. I don't know. It's a 1080 Ti, so it's pretty old to an extent. But yeah, so the thing is, you always want to make sure this stuff runs well, and if it doesn't, then you need to find another alternative. Another thing I also want to let people know is, just to add this on, if you have a tablet and the screen is big enough, that is fine for your second screen. You don't need to worry about another monitor. A tablet is great. I've used it a long time. Maybe at some point I'll get a second screen. So we'll see.
Even if you have a TV that you're not using anymore, I'm talking about the high definition one. I'm not talking about the analog televisions. I'm talking about the high definition ones. If you have a TV that you're not using anymore, you can use that as your second monitor.
True. You could. The most important thing is you just want to make sure you have a second monitor so it makes it easier for you to read your comments. That's the biggest point of it. So yeah, we'll just, the other thing is on the video stuff, still need to work and see how that goes. So yeah, right. Absolutely. Yeah, right. But we'll just see how it all goes. The whole thing is that if something doesn't work, the thing is, I know already that if I play Darktide on a Friday again with Mike and Baron and maybe Anonymous, whoever else joins, then it should be fine. But I better test that again just to make sure they didn't screw me over or whatever. We know Vermintide 2 works fine on this machine, so that's good. But once again, like I said, I haven't tried the laptop, and we'll see how it goes. It should work, but we'll see. And of course, if I'm doing the laptop, then my second screen is my desktop. So, I have that covered. But it just all depends how this stuff works out. So, but we have to, the thing is, I don't want to go overboard with stuff. So we finish Evil West, and then Mike and I will decide on another game, and then we play actually some Space Marine 2, as long as I get that to work. If not, we can find something else. We've also got Ghostbusters and other stuff. That was a lot of fun when we play that. Of course, it was crazy. The power went out that one time, and it killed the stream. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
and then that time we were trying to get connected, and we couldn't.
Yes. Yeah,
stay connected
because of
long
Epic
enough.
Games or something. Yeah, one person was on Epic Games. That was crazy. But yeah, that's another thing too. Like, you want to practice these games before you go on stream, because you'll probably hopefully make less mistakes and you know what you're doing. Because on stream things can, and sometimes it's fun to just say, let's wing it and see what happens. But yeah. But Mike and I and Baron, we have learned a lot about these games and when to block and when to do this. I mean, we were getting trashed before in Vermintide 2 and getting trashed to some extent in Darktide, but we learned a lot. And also the original.
We learned a lot, and I think we're going to have to really concentrate on getting back into that form when we do pick the game up again.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're a little rusty on both Vermintide and Darktide. So.
Yep. But yeah, so that's all coming up on the Phantom Hooligans and Rumble and Cash Money Madness and Cash Money 007 on Twitch. It's just I also was talking to Spock and a few other people about it. Yeah. That we may play STO again. That was actually those streams. People still watch that game. Just
Don't abandon me.
Exactly.
Yeah, right? You and Spock.
We didn't mean to that.
You and Spock did not respond to that priority distress call from their ship.
I thought
I responded to that priority distress call.
The stream was winding
you
down. You
abandoned him.
So we just said
you forsake your oath to Starfleet as a Starfleet officer.
I'm rolling.
I won't.
Baron was being attacked by Cardassians.
I know.
Yeah, and Kim was.
And only one ship answered that distress signal.
Yeah. So I'll make sure, even if the stream is winding down, that we won't. Spock and I won't do that again. But yeah.
I don't know, Baron. I don't know. Can we trust them?
I don't know.
He shot me. He's abandoned me. I don't know.
That's right. But another game, I mean, Mike and I and Baron and maybe somebody else or whatever, we'll look into more games that is good to jump in, jump out of. If Mike is actually interested in, if we want to try again as a group with Helldivers, I know Vor has it. I don't know if he still wants to play it or not. It's just after that all happened,
you get to shoot robots and bugs. Come on.
After that all happened, and I know some of the patch made some of the fan base upset for good reason. And I don't know if things have gotten better. I haven't played that game in a while. I guess I'll have to test it to see if it still runs well on the SSD. It should. But yeah, Mike, if you're willing to actually play that again, we can try Helldivers 2 again.
Yeah, good. Of course, I want to try it.
So.
And just to say to our friends out there, if you want to join us and you don't have it, Vermintide 2, $150 on Steam.
Yep.
I mean, that's a steal.
That's a
steal.
Yeah. And that's the truth. That's when you should get a game, when it's sold for $1.50, $4.99.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You want to join us with Darktide? That's $10.
Yep.
I mean, these are so.
Yep. And, if there's other games out there that you don't like this always online connection, because it's just, I have to admit, Diablo 4, the servers have gotten better. I've only played it a few times because it was on Game Pass. So I don't know if I ever see myself buying that game. So we'll see. But there's definitely stuff that we can jump in and jump out of. If you want to buy Lost Ark, that's another game that you can jump in and out of and play on stream, and that's completely free. You don't have to do the Founders Pack or anything like that. So, but so that's all right now coming up on the 3 channels. So.
Okay.
You know what was nice about that? There was an ending.
Yeah, that's how I felt about Baron too. Shut up, Baron.
Well, speaking of Baron.
Oh, hi everybody. How's it going? Sorry, I was just watching some adult,
I bet.
While he was talking, so I keep myself amused. But as it goes, you got it, man. Okay. I'm hoping to get things going with the beginning of the year, but like I said, there's been so much going on right now in my personal life right now, and So I'll try to put stuff out there. I do want to get my gaming stuff going again. And I hope to do that. One of the things I think will help me is I will be getting, hopefully soon here, some shots to my neck, because one of the things I'm having problems with is moving stuff around with my hands because of it. Okay, so I can go through the whole itinerary of garbage, but why? You don't want to hear it, and it's depressing. And I'm not about that. I'm here to have fun and not go, woe is me, because as I've said before, all you people out there, you in the chat, Mike, Cash, Pops, 24, all you guys are my therapy. And I love you all for that. That's why I'm more than happy to come here. That's why through everything that's going on, I still have a smile, because you help take a lot of that stress away from me, except Cash. But other than that, I hope to get going back with contraband, please, comrades.
Yes.
Protecting.
Yeah, we're gonna stamp communists on his head soon. So yeah.
Everybody knows that about him by now.
I hope so.
We are socialists. We're not communists. Just like Mayor of New York. We run our country like that. Afghanistan is the template for it. Your New York will be here soon. But we got our safe cigarettes. We have our ice cold vodka. And we invite everybody to come along and take a tour onto the border of Afghanistan. And I'm looking forward to that new DLC they're coming out with, which expands the story. But that's going to be, I believe, second quarter next year. It was supposed to be this year. But hey, I have patience. And, try to get into Police Simulator, maybe a few of these other games. Maybe I'll switch out. Of course, hanging out with these guys, Jace, on Thursdays, whenever those happen, between 6 and 6:30 start time, Central Daylight Time. Why? He's Norwegian, so that's over at Jace Fox's 540 studio. Look for me on Pops, as he was saying earlier. We're going to do a recording on Friday of 2 movies, and can't wait to share it. It's going to be kind of interesting, because the long suffering I had on the first movie, a dramatically different opinion of it, and she said something that was almost divorceable. But I got to share that with Pops. I'm sure he'll be entertained. I can't think of anything else on my docket, but I'll try. And of course, Cranky Old Fans with Cash Monet, and please do join us for that. We try to keep that a little different. It's we have topics, but it's not topical,
right?
So expect a different approach than what we have here or on Jace's channel or whatnot. And again, it's called experimenting. It's called going forward, just like we encourage everybody out there who wants to try streaming. There's so many different avenues you can do. So, and I encourage out there, just don't get frustrated, because, YouTube is out to screw us. There's no doubt about it. We need more of us than we need of those AI garbage that's coming, for the same people that call us and say that, what you need to do is have you pay the bill. What you need to do is go down and get all these crypto coins and send to us. It's like, no. So hang in there. And who knows, maybe I'll come up with some other surprises too. I'll do on my channel. So just, in a few, and if it's in your nature, please prayers to my family and me, and our thoughts. It doesn't matter. I do believe in those. Even if it's not even a religious, if you're just doing thoughts, it's still important, because humanity, and when they do stuff like that, there is something that does happen, and it does help out people. And just knowing we have friends out there, like Lord Crit. Everybody's favorite orca. And even though I keep on giving the maps to the Japanese to hunt them down, it doesn't seem to work. But,
he's always hiding in some whale and stuff all the time. You can't,
Please do pray for Baron, his family, of course, his father. And this is a hard time for the family right now. So your prayers will be appreciated.
Yeah, like I said, like I told the guys, it's a holy pattern, ups, downs, and all that. So, weakness and all that, and he's got COPD and amongst other some stuff. So, yeah, some people might know who he was. Who is? I don't want to say was because don't want to jinx anything. But the old man who occasionally showed up back in the day on a few channels, including here.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's kind of in a nutshell amongst, like I said, whole itinerary and stuff. I could turn it into a soap freaking opera. Maybe I should. And I'm working on some other projects that has nothing to do with YouTube. So Mike was cattle prodding me with that. And been and work. And thank you, Crit. And Lady Mist. Both of you, you, like I said, you guys are my therapy, and when I say I love you guys, I mean that. And I always love seeing all the people come by and join the chat and interact with us. It does make my heart lighter. So you got all a part. You're all a part of it. I'm all part of it. So
and we can't do this without each and every one of you who are part of the chat. Even if you don't say anything in the chat, you're still here, you're still watching, even for a few moments.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, on the flip side. That's why my eyes look a little tired. I guess I should have gone on the air. Is Baron about to fall asleep? No, just worn a little bit. That's all. But why do I smile and have fun? People go, boy, you're reacting weird for being a person that in that situation. Well, I believe happiness is a serious problem. I'm not one of those that want to bring people down. I want people, I want to lift people up and have a good time. So I won't bitch, moan, bemoan my thing, but I do want to be honest with people. And that's why I'm bringing it up now. Is I just want to be honest. But yeah, but I'm still the same old Baron. Well, yeah. See, I'm much more handsome on there. See. Who wants to wear a shirt like this, people? Who? Come on, let me know. Huh? Maybe I'll get into merchandising too.
Merchandising. Yeah, that's right. Baron Armatax, Phantom Legacy, the flamethrower.
I was just going to say that you beat me to it. Action figures.
Kids love that stuff.
We should have Pop Talk action figures. You, me, and Cash.
Yeah, the Cash doll. You pull the string. These people.
You goobers.
This Baron, man, you pull the string and of Barons, and
all this
so I'm taking over.
All this different knowledge comes out.
You pull the string of Baron, though, it's just like, yeah, I'm the best thing on Pop Talk.
Yeah, I'm the one that's
I carry the show.
I carry
That's gonna be the number one catchphrase. I carry the show.
And then when you pull the one of Mike's, it says "fuck you guys."
Yeah. And you pull the one actually on Cash, you get this.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Well, we're waiting.
Yeah, we're waiting. I don't know where that is up here.
I don't think I have it over here. I had it over.
That's why I can't find it.
On the other one, but not over here.
No, but we also can't forget.
No, they're ignorant. That's ignorant.
Yeah. So, anything else, brother?
No, not at all. Not at all. Just I'm hoping to get more into the swing of things here in the near future. So, but of course, always enjoy hanging out with all you guys. Boy, I kind of look Santa-ish with all this stuff behind me. Look at that.
Oh.
Even though Pops did look better, he had the more white.
All right. Well, before I say what's coming up on the channel, whether it be for the remainder of this week or the remainder of the month, I do want to take the time to thank each and every one of you for taking time out of your Wednesday evening or Wednesday afternoon, or maybe it's early Thursday morning, depending on where you're watching and listening from. And thank you all for being here tonight for this edition of Pop Talk. Of course, the first person who was here was FKHC 2005. And why I didn't have it ready? Well, that's my fault. Let me get to it. Here we go.
There are some who call me Tim.
But Tim, thank you for being here tonight, brother. Really appreciate it. Of course, we're wrong. He's right. His name is Shane. But Shane, good to see you. And I hope to see you back online soon once you get your new board. And
Oh, okay.
miss seeing you, brother.
Yeah, get to work. Get to work, man. Get to work.
And of course,
So you can invite me.
she's the guardian of the void, keeper of the dragons, Lady Mist. Always glad to see Lady Mist here.
Always.
And of course, I mentioned, it could be Thursday morning. Well, for him, it is Thursday morning. That's Angry Canadian, the angriest Canadian I know over in Japan. Good to see you, brother.
He tells us what's happening tomorrow.
Yeah. In the future. Great Scott, guys. This is what's happening in the future. What? Become assholes? No, you already are assholes. But also, the Skeptic Tank, also known as Lester. Thank you for being here, brother. Really appreciate it. Godzillionaire, thank you for being here, my friend. And also, Jet Sparks, thank you very much. Pop Culture Mechanic, thank you for being here, brother. And really, I'm going to get you back on the stream sometime.
Eh?
And of course, I want to thank Vor. Thank you for being here. We also had Tommy, Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. Thank you for being here, brother. And of course, he's the king of the turtles. He might actually be Master Splinter.
Ooh.
DJ Ronnie G. DJ Ronnie G and his turtles.
Nerd!
And of course, Pops, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate you adding your point of view on this whole content creation thing we all have going on here on various platforms. And I look forward to the next time we can do a stream or a recording together. And of course, she's the princess of YouTube, the #1 fan of Phil McCracken, and that is Leia Rose. Good to see you, Leia.
I missed you.
And of course, it's great to see Lorenzo Sleestack, and I hope you start feeling better soon, brother. And I'd love to see you back to live streaming.
Mm-hmm. It's because of Lorenzo that was so scary as a kid and Heidi behind the couch. Those flea stacks scared the shit out of me.
Okay. We know his weakness, Cash.
Well, back then. I'm not scared of him now.
All right. He says that now.
Yeah, I know. I lie.
Yeah. And of course, the Pat Wannabe. And yes, I don't know if you're able to hear my response to your question about F1, but F1 is going to be our first movie for our watch party in January.
Woot!
There's going to be another one, but I'll get to that after I thank everybody here. And of course, Gary over on Rumble. Thank you, brother, for being here and really appreciate it. And to anyone who might have lurked over on YouTube or Rumble, really appreciate you all.
Rumble, rumble, rumble.
And Raquel, it was good to see you. I hadn't seen you in a long time, so it was nice to see you stop by. And I hope you enjoyed the conversation that we had tonight. And I hope you're doing well. And of course, he's got his silk top hat and his monocle. And yes, he's swimming there in the Pacific Ocean. Like, oh, look at these peons. Yes. Look at this chin boy named Cash Money, this Baron Ormond and this Pacific 414. I am Lord Crit.
Wait.
And I can swim anywhere I please, unlike you twats.
What is that Japanese fishing boat doing coming my direction?
I laugh at its general direction.
Watch out for those poachers, Crit.
Oh, yeah. They said Baron sent us.
But as far as what's coming up on the channel, of course, tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and Rumble, I'll be playing more of Half-Life, dying a lot, making mistakes, but learning at the same time.
All the stuff.
Yeah. That'll be happening tomorrow. And then Saturday will be episode number 16 of The Adventure Continues, a Star Trek discussion. And we'll be watching and discussing with a few guests. One of them was here tonight, Tommy of Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective, Stone Cold Loki, of course, Baron's going to be there, and also the Smoking Patriot's going to be there too. We'll be watching and discussing Star Trek, the motion picture, the director's edition, the more recent director's edition. So that's going to be a good stream. I have a different viewpoint on that movie now than I did at any other time when I've watched it before.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say about it, what Tommy has to say about it, Patriot and Loki has to say about it as we're watching it. But
yeah, I mean,
that is
the first director's edition,
and
that helped change a lot of stuff. And I was impressed with that. So this new one, you're hyping it up, man. It better be good.
Oh well, I mean,
yes.
I'm looking forward to hearing the different perspectives and viewpoints of this particular version of the movie and the movie in general.
Mm-hmm.
But that is what's going to be coming up for this week. Now, for next week, I'm not going to release a schedule, and this is why. Other than the episodes of Pop Talk that I schedule in StreamYard, that will be set in stone and already scheduled, the game streams, I'm going to be trying Rumble Studio yet again to see if maybe those first two tests that I did, one was a private test, the other one was a public test this past Sunday, to see if maybe, were they a fluke or is that the way to go, especially with getting a low latency stream. So you won't be seeing those streams pop up as far as being scheduled until probably the day before. But those games that I will be playing will only be one, actually. And that game's going to be Mafia: The Old Country.
Ooh.
Yes.
I got the 3. I haven't played them yet, but the Old Country looks interesting. It really does.
Yeah, I'm going to be playing Mafia: The Old Country, and then next week there's going to be 3 editions of Pop Talk. There's, of course, going to be the Sunday edition. There's going to be the Wednesday edition, but we're also going to have a special Thursday edition at a special start time of 7 p.m. Eastern time, because we're going to be watching and reacting to the 2025 Game Awards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And because we're not affiliated with them, we can say what we want and give our points of view. Yeah.
We did last year.
And you all can come into the chat and give your... you did say that. I remember you saying that.
Mm-hmm.
But you can all come in and give your points of view. Because that is the nice thing about the Game Awards. They let you stream it. And we're not going to get dinged. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
So that...
Like it.
Yeah, they may not like what we have to say about the whole show, but we're there to give our point of view. And yeah, I'm hoping that a couple games do win. So
I know one.
Yeah.
Jason's favorite.
Well, Jason, I have a different opinion on Dispatch. He doesn't like it. I do.
We got a lot of disagreements with Jason stuff. All of us.
Well, it's because we have our own points of view.
I know, and I love it. I love it. So,
but how many times do we have to tell him about his particular point of view?
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
Yes. Yes, we are right. That is no lies detected.
No lies at all. But that's what will be coming up for the channel, of course, as far as watch parties are concerned. On December 14th at 1 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be watching The Santa Claus. And then I believe it was the 17th. Yeah, it's the 17th at 6 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be watching a movie that Baron and I watched, and we enjoyed it about, I want to say it was 3 years ago now. And that's A Christmas Story Christmas.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Cash wasn't there, was he? No. This time you gotta come, Cash.
He wasn't there when we watched it in the Discord. But I'm hoping he'll be able to be there when we're watching it on stream. I mean, we won't be able to show it on the channels, but we will be able to show it in Cosme. And that's why I encourage folks to join us during the watch parties over on the Cosme side, so you can watch it with us and give your feedback. And then, of course,
yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah, it is. And then, of course, on Christmas Eve, there's going to be a double feature. And the first movie is going to be Ernest Saves Christmas. And the second movie will be Elf. Now, that particular live stream will start at 5 p.m. Eastern on Christmas Eve, not the normal 6 p.m. So we're going to start an hour early. But again, everybody, without all of you, we're not doing this. Without your support, without you hitting the like button to let the algorithm know that you liked what you watched, or sharing out the stream, or subscribing to our various channels, or even the channels of those of you in the chat who have channels or would like to start channels, we're basically spinning our wheels and going nowhere without all of you. So thank you very much. And remember two things on this channel. I'm not just a baseball guy. I'm an all-around guy. And don't ever give up on me in a game, because just when you do, you might miss something. And if you could, if you're watching on Baron Armentag's Phantom Legacy, Cash Money's channel, the Phantom Hooligans, or Phantom Hooligans, I should say, not the. And of course, Pacific Horn 4, make sure you are hitting that like button. And let's stick it to YouTube's algorithm.
Yeah.
Take care, all.
Bye, everybody.
Autobots, transform and roll out.